welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack, and I am Jack Talcott, and I am excited, inspired. I'm just moved to tears, just joy and laughter as that intro is running, man. Holy cow, sincerely blessings. My true gratitude to all of you who join in, and you've been so encouraging, so supportive of this journey, this Talcottian saga that's going on. And you too, Tommy. Better stay on subject today. It's going to be my demise. I truly hate you, joke Talcott. Once you get past that hate, Tommy, just like I did, once I got past my own hate of myself, I fucking love me. And Tommy, I think you're going to love me as much as I love you pretty soon. Today, everything can change. Everything can change. Anything can happen today. Today, brothers and sisters, I'm excited and inspired. Truly, maybe like many of you, I'm curious what's going to come out of Jack's mouth today. What's going to happen on the stream, man? This is like a crazy adventure. You know, let me do the thumbnail thing, and then we'll start. Right, we're having fun today. Talcott sitting again comfortably on the white gorilla sofa. The characters and tools of my life, and this saying from Thich Nhat Hanh. What a gift he was, man. His words are so beautiful. For those who don't know, it's a name to look up. But breathing in, I calm body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. Can you breathe in, calming the body and mind, and breathe out with a smile? Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is the only moment. And today, the title, I'm going to get into what I mean by the gang life, but just simply, right? Escape the past and the future by uniting with the peace and joy found in this present moment. And do that often. And I encourage all of you, join me, right? Let's invite in the divine faith, the divine love, the divine peace of Christ Jesus, the Christ from God, right? May that Christic energy flow each of us through our day without the resistance and worry that the world wants us to carry around. I used to do a lot of that, carrying around the worry and the problems and the disagreements. I'd wake up and remind myself of all the disagreements and all the problems I discovered the day before, prepare myself for the day. And I had to push myself through many days. I mean, the only thing that got me to follow through going to work and stuff was the fact that I said I would. I wanted to be honorable about my word, but man, life was rough. And my life was rough because I really didn't understand life or how life happens. And I don't claim to be no guru like some of these people want to accuse me of. I'm just a simple man who's been blessed with this experience of life, just like you and everyone else. We're just different characters in the experience of time here on earth in the human form, just like Jesus was. Everyone else throughout history, Alexander the Great, the guy from Germany that all the best and the worst human beings. They were here on earth with us, like us. And so those ideas, the ideas they had, the good ones, the bad ones, they're available for us today. And in the world, I'm going to open up the link very soon. I don't have a lot of notes, but I do have a lot of inspirations. For the Talcottian adventure, life is interesting. And let me observe a couple of things. I noticed there has been a little bit of growth in the subscribers. So to those who are new, going back, I saw, and I don't want to call people out, but Crimes of Truth. Any others who are recently joining or who've been kind of lurking in the background, blessings to you. You're welcome. And thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Frankly, I would love to see if somehow we can get over 2,000. That would just make my heart happy. Right now, the number of subscribers is 1.95, and it's been growing slowly and a little. And I'm working on ideas that I might be able to do that could help, right? Little short things of value. We've done the shorts, but there's other things that could be done. Regardless, I hope to grow. I hope to share. Oh, I forgot to start that, but from the beginning, my sincere gratitude for all of you who find your way to tune in and join. Regardless, regardless of what you do with me, I hope you receive some joy, some encouragement. That's what I want to share. You are just so persistent, my friend. Oh, the thumbnail is Jack sitting comfortably on a white gorilla sofa. There's white gorilla in my experience that tells me I gotta work harder. You gotta work harder, Jack. You gotta suffer more. I'm like, no, dude, I actually don't. I don't have to be any different than God allows me to be. But praise God. Here, the adventure of me. The reason I brought up the chat as well is someone reminded me recently, you know, I shared what's going on with my buddy, my cat. Someone reminded me, cats die with dignity. God, that cat is fucking filled with honor. He's not done yet, but feel pretty helpless today. So anyway, life happens. Life happens. Sometimes we find ourselves in helpless situations, but that's where the power of focus of the mind and faith in God. Because really, when you come down to it, it's just a simple truth. God's will be done. There will be nothing done that God does not will or at least allow. It's the perfect design. It is the perfect design. Hey, shadow and light, I hope this is not what's going to happen. I don't think there's going to be a lot of screaming and insulting. I really don't. I haven't even got into the topic, escape the gang life. Admittedly, and so it said, I haven't noticed. One of the creators on YouTube was, we have an association. Anyway, I shared some comments about one of the videos they recently did, and it was in regard to the words false Christian. So, false Christian, that is where my mind went with escape the gang life. Because what I see a lot of these Christians and churches, and it's not just the Christian, it's a pattern of human behavior. We've been conditioned with this tribe mentality and gang mindset. And these religions and political parties, they become gangs. It's time to escape the gang life. Because the reality is, when we separate ourselves, this tribalism and separation, religions, it creates an us and a them. And that division keeps people from learning things that are different than them. You know, sometimes when you meet people that are different, you might discover things they do might be foolish, might be true. Some of the things they do different might be incredible. And you miss out on the fact that you didn't get to learn because you saw them being different. So avoiding difference, where's the logic in that? To me, that sounds kind of stupid. It's a way to stay ignorant, a way to stay protected from ideas. But I don't mean to keep him in the back for so long, but I did want to get a couple of those thoughts out. Welcome, Illumitami. Good to see you, brother.
Does anybody believe that he means to not keep me in the back for so long? Now, because my time is obviously limited in both your panel and my life, probably. Let me cover a few of your opening things. You and Paul have always misused that white gorilla, especially that couch. That is my ape community of undoing the economic wrongs that you think you understand. And you have continually used that picture as, that's me and Paul, that's our little father-son thing. No, that couch is part of the ape movement and used by Adam Aaron as in, hang in there, guys. You're going to wreck this market, and we are. And I will die before that comes to fruition or I can do anything good with that money. You truly are a piece of garbage. Now, as far as the gang thing, I know you're not. Oh, show it some more. Rub it in my face, please.
Well, I'd like to better understand it. Is this the
We've had 2 years. We've had 2 years, and it's too late, Jack. I don't have time. Anybody that wants to watch a video that Jack won't play, the channel is Magic Prepper. I know that apartment complex. I know that Target store. I might even know those niggas walking through the parking lot that's trashed with cars running past people going, man, these Venezuelans out here, boy. These Venezuelans. It's going down, Jack. And it's not just my fucking city. It's allowed. And you tried to say I'm saying they're trained and mobilized. No, they're allowed. What are you showing, Jack?
Just trying to share.
Are you dismissive of what you've done to your friend that you think will ever love you? We started friends. I'm disgusted by you. And that's not your cat. That's not your cat, Jack. That's a cat that your family probably couldn't get in time. I know what it is to move. My cat came back the very moment I was starting my car. Jack, you are hijacking what? And then what?
Why would you believe that?
Because I know for sure you bring up my dog for your own clout, and I fucking despise you. It is. You can't just sit here and deny what a fucking joke you are.
Tom, it's time
Jack,
for you to take a breath. Take a breath.
Fuck you, nigger. Fuck you.
Take a breath.
Fuck you.
Tom.
Now, do you want to NPR or do you want to just deny who you are?
How about we discuss some of the things that you're upset
You don't
about?
want to. You want to throw shit up on the screen like you're somebody. And your subs are a lie. Because you and Moose admit.
Hold on. Shadow and Light, you even said you're not in the mood for the yelling and screaming. And I said we wouldn't, but here I am entertaining this, aren't I? I'm not sure the best course for this, to be honest, because it's not healthy for Tom to be so upset. But until he's willing to accept he doesn't have to be upset, I don't know what to do. I know this is going to affect, well, let me give Tommy a chance first.
Fuck Shadows and Light. She used to blow up my email like Venus. She has no idea what she's talking about. And that was the one person, in this whole panel verse that is from my stomping ground. And she's fucking retarded, which is typical of my old stomping ground.
That can feel frustrating.
Fuck you. You are a fucking bitch.
I'm actually not.
You actually are. Anyone watching right now, any name that I recognize in that chat that would actually pretend that you are right? You tell me, calls me sick and damaged. That motherfucker wants to fuck me in the ass. And Flow State has the short to show it. And he wonders why I call him white.
Tom, the words on this image, okay? Breathing in, I calm body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. Breathing in, I calm body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. This present moment, know this.
I have to breathe in to bitch you out, faggot. And everybody that's playing an emoji to support you, you're going to hell.
Please, you're the one choosing to be emotional on.
No. I'm choosing to tell you you're a piece of shit, and I probably won't be back because I'm going to die out there, Jack.
Why? Why do you want to?
You haven't listened to a word I've said? Did you listen when I said we all know your subs are purchased?
So
why do you keep throwing screens up like you're fucking unslaved all over again?
Well, I'm trying to have fun with
Jack,
this.
you think you're doing a show and you forgot that this is just two people on a public Zoom call.
I know. Can you calm down?
So why do you start out every day acting like you've developed a career here?
It's not a career. I'm having fun.
Why do you keep saying it's God that keeps you in that house when you know you've told us I just liquidate the profit from my house to stay here longer? That's God. It's not God. I'm not a fake Christian. Everybody, you'll use these godless motherfuckers to try and show me up. What?
Chill out.
Fuck you.
Why?
Are you going to play this video?
Which one?
The one I'm getting now. While I sit, you're not going to be able to hear me. Are you going to play it? I only need you to play it. I only need you to play it up to the point that shows the building I know, the target I know, and if you smile to my fucking face like that, you lose all your fucking teeth. Praise be to Allah.
Holy cows.
Shut up with your holy cows, and fuck anyone that buys into this shit. Brown's boy and fucking freak over at that Muslim shithole to play your same games. I hate you all. Burn in hell.
You don't have to hate.
Jack, tell me why I'm angry. Tell me why I'm angry, because I just told you, and you want to sound competent, and in the moment, tell me why I'm angry.
You have many reasons, but you feel hurt.
No! Nope, that's what makes me angry is when you say shit like that.
Well, here, Tom, let me, if you want me to play something, I'll play it. I really do. I want you to.
Okay. You're saying that because you want me to calm down.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't be angry if you weren't a fake piece of shit from the beginning, and I've given you 2 years of chance, and now I'm being very irate with you because it's probably the last time anybody will ever hear from me if I don't get any of my 20 free hours out.
Tom, you can reach me anytime you want to.
No. See, this is how you're oblivious, Jack. I can die out there, and I won't stop it. Okay. Now play the fucking video.
Wow.
Fuck you, Sherelle Snow. I will go out.
Hey, Tom, no, I'll tell you what, man. Here's a power play. You want me to play this? I will play this. You're not going to be so rude and demanding.
I'll be whatever the fuck I want, and I doubt you'll play this.
Keep up your behavior. And
why do you think it's wrong for me to be this way when everybody knows how you are and they're only playing you? And if they're not, they're worse than you.
I don't even know what you're thinking, dude.
I know, because you don't listen. You use your one mouth.
If you stop yelling, we could understand each other. Here, I've got it ready. Okay.
There is no reincarnation, you oblivious whore.
Would you chill?
And Sherelle, the way I know people are stupid is they come to me and say you love me. And I know you're a narc fucking lying cunt.
Tommy, shut up so we can play the video.
My video has niggas in it. This ain't the video.
Yeah, shut up and so we can play the video. Thank you.
Okay, I'll shut up.
I think you will. Crimes of Truth, welcome.
Hey, Jack. How are you today?
It's you. Okay, Tom,
It's
this is
you.
the video I accessed from the back. It says it doesn't matter.
That ain't
where
the
you
only
live.
thing you try and access from the back.
That's the link you left.
Yes,
Is
Jack,
it
that is the
correct?
video.
This
You
is
don't
the
even have to play. You don't even have to play the whole 9 minutes. I'll tell you when it's been enough.
All right.
Play at 1.5 speed.
Shut up. Do not. No.
Tom.
I hate you. I hate you, Hank, and you deserve the hell you'll burn in. All three of you.
You know what?
Bring it! Bring it!
Stop.
It's not me that brings it,
Don't.
nigger.
Hey,
Fucking
stop.
autistic nigger. Faggot.
Stop yourself, Tom. Okay, now I don't know when to stop it, so I'm not going to start it. Holy cow.
What did I walk into today? Why is it so angry here? What's going on with Tommy?
I trigger egos.
Is he okay? I'm
He's
worried
triggered.
about him now.
He's triggered.
But
Yeah.
hello,
all it
Hank.
is.
You're
He's
muted,
triggered.
Hank.
Oh, sorry. Hello, King Steven.
Are you okay, Jack? How are you doing today?
Oh, I am truly blessed, and I know that.
What's the gang life? The title is Escape the Gang Life.
Thank you. Yes. It's this tribalism and echo chambers that humanity has become. It's the gang life of being an American. It's the gang life of being a Christian, gang life of being a Muslim, whatever, a Republican. It's all gang life. It's about us and them fighting each other. It's insanity. Truly insane. So to escape the gang life, it starts by surrendering the battles. And when you walk into the same neighborhood, you're no longer associated with a gang and you got these territories and these rules and you got to make sure that, you know, the bad guys don't see you and make sure the good guys see only the good. Once you get rid of that imagined nonsense, you can walk in the same neighborhood, a totally different energy. It's really that simple.
Is there a God gang then? Would there be a God gang if there's these other gangs with Republicans and Democrats and, you know, this and that, black gangs, Latin gangs? Would you say there's like a Christian gang, or would that be something?
Admittedly, that's where this came up. Was I used the words of a false Christian towards someone in a comment, and I was given some thought about what those words mean. You know, there's people who claim to be one thing, they follow a tradition or they find an association, but they're not really living what they say. And that's the problem with this world. I've said this for a long time, and I don't mean to be offensive or disrespectful in it, but the truth is, you can make the case America was built on Christian values. You can also make the case that those Christian values were the slave owners.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Jefferson was a slave owner, right? I'm not an American, but I have read at some American history. So yeah, it's interesting history.
It is really, it's insane. The levels, well, you know what? It should be expected, because when you think about how people are, they're truly devious. You know, I've heard it said, and this I think was true for me, those people who do have good values, they can't imagine, they won't let themselves imagine some of the evil that's actually perpetrated and lived out here on earth. I mean, it's been recorded from the beginning of time, the worship of Baal and child sacrifice and all sorts of sick stuff has been happening. Hey, I'm going to put you in the back because I want to welcome.
What up, Jack?
Yeah. How are you, my friend?
Well, I'm doing good. How are you today?
I'm feeling blessed and I'm grateful to see you, honestly.
I know you are. You called me over here, so here I am. What's going on?
Well, here, a question maybe rather than, because I offered opinion in my comments. So the question, I guess, for Christians, unforgiveness or forgiveness?
Forgiveness, of course.
Okay. But when it was sought for, it was denied. You said, you're not worthy of my forgiveness for this reason and that.
That wasn't forgiveness. That was manipulation. See, she used the word forgiveness to manipulate the situation. But no, she just used that word, that she wasn't truly asking for forgiveness.
So she was manipulating it, or you were?
She was.
Not you at all.
Not me at all.
Okay.
Yeah, you had an interesting comment about flow state and I.
Yes, I saw you both enabling each other. It's a pattern I've seen. You guys are enablers.
Okay, so I was shocked when I heard you, when I saw your comment this morning. I was like, whoa, I didn't even know that Jack even watched my video. So I was taken back.
I didn't know that. I can understand that. I'm sorry.
And so I remember that situation I had with Gen X Jeff when I was going through the situation with my church. There was something that I did that triggered him. It triggered a past situation, and he became angry at me. So when I saw your comment, that is immediately what came to mind. What is it in this video that triggered you to nothing?
Why? I'm not sure why you assume I was triggered. I've explained my comment. You might disagree or reject my perspective. But that's actually what I saw you doing with Lindsay. And I got nothing in this. Cynthia, I drop by on occasion. I really don't pay a lot of attention to some of the folks around here anymore. But when I see people on, I drop through, I give a thumbs up, make sure it gets a view and something I share. But when I saw that, I don't know what happened. I know that I saw Lindsay join here and Flo was making some absolutely inappropriate comments to her, but I didn't it was a few streams or some time ago, but again, I didn't know the context, so I didn't want to be judgmental. But then I heard she had an outburst. I caught the tail end of something, I think it was yesterday, and then I saw Cynthia. I love you, my friend, but your character is being shown as you make fun of others.
As I made fun of her? How? I don't think I was making fun of her.
Okay.
So I think I'd made an earnest effort in that moment to get her to calm down. she began to get out of control,
Mhm.
and it went the way that it went. I'm not sure if you watch Flow States live afterwards, but I was given a hard time by men on there who said it was my fault for thinking that I could have had a good conversation with her. It was the people were more shocked that I was shocked by her behavior than they were shocked by her behavior. So
Yeah.
it's interesting to see your point of view, because it's completely a 180 from the other feedback I had received.
What it actually looked like to me, and I
Mhm.
could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you guys created that together.
Created what?
That her reaction and her extreme.
I can agree with you to a certain extent. We're a bad combination that creates something not good. I can agree to that.
Flow seeks to create that. And because of that, she came in with doubts in her mind anyway. That was clear.
Mhm.
She said so. And
Um,
like I said in the comment, she recognized she may not have been doing productive, but sorry.
it's okay.
I don't think she was expecting what she received. And
And
then she didn't know how to react. She reacted poorly.
absolutely. I mean, that was what I was trying to even guide her through. And maybe I'm not the right person. When I was telling her, calm down, just sit in this moment. Like, that's what I'm saying. Did you watch the whole video? I don't know if you did. Like, when I was like, just calm down and sit in this moment. Like, stay in this moment.
Talking down to her. You'd already judged her apologies as
Yes, they
inadequate.
weren't sincere. They weren't sincere.
Right. You didn't give her a chance.
No. If you saw
Okay. All right. Hey, Cynthia, you're right. I see everything wrong. But this is what
I'm
I
trying to
know.
give you the full picture. I'm just trying to give you the full picture.
I hear you're presenting your narrative and your excuses. I saw Flo's behavior and yours not healthy or helpful, but I know it's you. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you being you. But
Right.
I'm just suggesting that there's opportunities to learn. They're usually hidden behind our laughter when we mock others, disrespect them publicly. Take what they did and make a big deal out of what? For what?
Does this bring up any memories or feelings, or just what it once was in the past, and how maybe perhaps you've gone to other people and tried to apologize and you were met on deaf ears? That can be frustrating, can it? I myself have been in that situation too, where I've tried to apologize to people and they're just not hearing me for whatever reason, whether it be their fault, my fault, bad timing, whatever. It happens.
It does.
It does happen. And all we can take from those moments is grow and understand. From when I worked at the clubs, the rule number one was no never means no. It just means not right now. And so, because if today, if trying to apologize isn't the day, but if it's truly on my heart too, it will happen at the time it's supposed to happen. And I'm sorry that that video triggered a memory for you and perhaps others, because it threw me off when I got your comment. That's obviously not my intention.
Please don't assume I was triggered,
Mhm.
because but in defense of what you're saying, I probably saw myself in that. I mean, I have a tendency to take the side of the victim, the one
Mhm.
who's being rejected, because I know it sucks.
It
I also,
does. It
I also,
does.
sorry, I also know what you were saying is true. When it's time, When it's time, healing happens. And when healing happens, man, things transform. How do you, well, I've got Stephen in the back.
Oh yeah, Steven and I are cool. I was supposed to look, Steven. I'm getting it ready for you, bro. We're gonna do it.
Hey, Cynthia. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, so I just definitely wanted to come up here and clarify that I don't want any animosity between you and I ever. Obviously on the panel we always cross. I don't feel like that was a sincere apology she was trying to give me. And I do hope she wish her the best. But man, that behavior is like she should stop and take a time out and think about.
I
her
agree.
I'm sure she has.
Mm-hmm.
I think it rang hollow. It was not sincere. I have to see it.
Hold on. You have no way of knowing. We can all speculate and guess. Okay.
Just my intuition, Jack. I can only go by what I see.
You also intuit people lying quite often, even when they're not. So
What?
I don't mean to be disruptive
Jack.
or interrupt.
Jack.
Let's be honest. Okay.
Let's keep it positive.
Here, the topic of escape the gang life. My experience, I see many Christians associating themselves with their gang as long as they don't disappoint the other gang members. Well, it doesn't matter what they do.
Speaking of the gang life,
it's kind of what's happened on these YouTube platforms as well. It's this juvenile, crazy behavior.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Speaking of the gang life, though, Cynthia is my chola, and she's got the braids. She's rocking the braids. She's looking good today. I've got to say that. I've got to keep it positive. I got to keep it 100, Jack. She's looking good. She did the braids to come on this show. I think that's a positive thing. She showed up. She spoke from the heart. She spoke it like it is. She was direct. She didn't pull punches. She didn't sugarcoat. She was not insulting. She was very polite here. I'm going to give her a thumbs up for this.
Who cares? That's enough. You got your point across.
Who cares? Oh my goodness. Hey, Bex.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack. Say chiquisita.
Hola, hermanos y hermanas. Nice to see you. Thank you, Jack, for having me. Good to see you, Stephen.
Cynthia. Good to see you.
Sorry.
I just thought you were talking on forgiveness and these YouTube dynamics, and I thought it might be a good time to join.
We got the yin yang happening. This is awesome.
Are you here to seek forgiveness? By chance? Either of you?
For
what?
I think
for what?
Yeah. Did I miss something?
Oh, you don't know the opinions of Bex and Steven about me? I mean, they're right up there with Snafu.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Snafu.
Well, hello, guys.
Well, hello, Snappy Snaps.
Hey, Snafu. I think Jack's is in his imagination right now. I don't know what's going on.
Speaking of forgiveness, the other day on my panel, I had Tarek come up there and we had a really good conversation. So again, no, you can't, because I was speaking.
Bex, I know you don't mean to be rude, but
there can be opportunities where, although we seek forgiveness, like we just said, it can come later. Whoever thought that Tarek and I could have a decent conversation on a panel together after everything we've been through?
Sure. There's lots of benefits to be found through forgiveness. And I'd like to remind people, Cynthia, it's the selfish who withhold it. So
we don't want to. Jack, I was going to say, Jack, despite all the problems between you and I, we've never really made apologies. It just comes with the territory of acting responsible and mature. getting back into relationships and being reasonable and respectful to each other is the true apology. Actions will always speak louder than words.
Absolutely.
Agreed. Here. Tommy, I didn't mean to keep putting you in the back, but
You did. But Bex, I know you didn't mean to be rude, but Cynthia is never going to understand you if you keep speaking Spanish. Well, she's Mexican, right?
Google Translate, you're tripping.
I mean, anybody that watches the NFL and has one time said, "Oh, that Ocho Cinco, he's a good player," you're speaking more Spanish than Cynthia can understand. And she cackles like the well-fitting peg into this community.
It, Tommy.
I hate you all.
It didn't work out.
Is she talking over me like she has a problem with it?
I'm here to let you know today I will no longer be on your improv team. I'm officially Team King.
Well, I tried to get with you on Flow State to show you just how delusional that statement is. There was never any improv. You are the HR narcissist cunt.
Well, I won't be there anymore. I will
be the you would never be there. You were never going to be there. And I'll play this right before I cut in the time that you said think about it. And I was like, how about new? I was like, okay, let me think about it, Cynthia. How about new? And she's like, you didn't take very long. That's all the time I needed.
Look, y'all made Jack leave his own.
No, he's like his daddy. He wants to use the AMC apes for his own white gorilla thing like his daddy. He wants to tantrum off of his own panel like his daddy. And like his daddy, all he does is lie and fake his self.
What's up with Moose and Gen F Jex talking shit about you all of a sudden quite a bit, Cynthia? I find those streams interesting.
Yeah, I find that interesting too. What is that about? Like, should I go over there and say something?
Hello, Lore Master here.
Call them cupcake, satanic, fucktard, pedo pogos out.
I told you from the start.
No, that's not necessarily all the pronouns. Correct. It's just another situation of this panel verse. They feel a way. They're going to get together and say a thing as if they're pedo.
Trying to bring this back to you, Jack. Trying to bring this back to Jack.
What's with your picture? Is that a porn bomb?
No, this is Venus fucking, just getting on her knees with me like she usually does metaversally, bragging about her metaversal grape and all. Kind of like Jack hiding his optics.
Yeah.
This
I thought we were gonna have a talk about apologies. What's happening right now?
I forgive you, Cynthia. Cynthia, I'll start out. Forgive
Snafu.
Cynthia.
Let me tell you something, Snafu.
I forgive you for hanging out with the satanic fuck Jenna.
Okay, all right. Like Snafu, I want you to know I'm out here defending you, bro. Like, please calm down. But yeah, we were having a conversation on forgiveness.
I forgive you.
Thank you. I forgive you guys too.
Bex
or I and our testimony of forgiveness. We've had issues before, even on your panel, Jack, before. Wizard and I
was just bringing that up. Now that I think about it, I don't think we've made apologies to each other either. It just kind of grew back together. So again, it's just a matter of being reasonable and respectful towards each other. That is the apology.
Absolutely.
I actually disagree from experience, and here's the reason why. Confession and admission. Those are so important, I suspect, from the eyes of God.
What was it again?
confession and admission. Okay. And in that I will agree with you, because that's the step towards repentance. But again, in my eyes, it's an internal aspect. So when I ask somebody else for forgiveness, it's not so much for me to get forgiveness from them, but so I can move on to repentance. And I think we can do that automatically ourselves. Again, actions speak louder than words. So if we truly repent, then we just change our actions and people will see that. And I'm not saying that apologies should be dismissed. There's certainly a place for them. It's just that sometimes you can mend those relationships without an apology.
Absolutely.
May I say something? I don't want to interrupt, Jack. You backstaged me a couple minutes ago for interrupting. I'm trying my best. Sometimes it's difficult to know exactly when to jump in. I said some things I think months ago about Cynthia. She took it well, but I do apologize if anything that I did say bothered her. I apologize to Bex. I'm sorry for the things that when we had our last falling out, I might have said things, or I did say things in videos. And I apologize to Jack as well. I don't want to leave Jack out here. I called Jack the devil. I called him evil. I called him numerous things, probably a chapter of a book of things over the last so many months. So I do apologize if I said some hurtful things or some things that might have been nasty or unkind to Jack. I apologize also to El Perro. This is a big moment in YouTube history here. I'm going the rounds of apologies. I apologize to El Perro for commenting on his mustache, saying he looked like Hitler months ago or last year, I think it was. He had the push broom mustache, and that's one of the things.
Steven.
Yeah. Yes, Jack.
Too much?
The sincerity is being lost. It's turning more into an act, wanting to bring up all of these details. I'll try. I actually wanted to believe, and I do want to believe.
I'm a details-oriented person, though. Sorry.
I hope that this is a turning point, because you've said much. I'm just going to focus on me. I mean, I know others maybe want me to look out for them, but I'm just going to focus on me. You've said a lot about me. And so what do you think has resulted in that to all of your many fans? What do you think happens there? No damage whatsoever, or I said the words. So what do you think?
Jack, I'm here to mend fences.
I'm offering you support to see accountability. So
I'm trying to take accountability.
In mending fences is honesty, and I want to believe you're honest. So if you're honest about your apology, first of all, are you apologizing for something where you think there was no damage? And if you're apologizing, what damage do you believe was shared?
Jack, when I said I'm here to mend fences, I'm trying to mend the damage done. I'm reaching out to my legions of fans here that may be watching, that may be in the chat room. Please don't be too hard. Don't be too hard. Legions, yes, of angels, demons, whatever you want to call them, whatever way you want to see it. I want them to go easy on Jack. Please don't attack Jack based on the things that I've said. Go easy on this kind, gentle, humble man here, this man of humility and love.
Now you're playing some sort of game again.
Why do you think that's a game? I'm trying to get
because you're false. You're painting this narrative like you have minions.
Well, Jackie,
I'm suggesting is
let my many fans. What apology do you want?
Rather than argue, can I try and explain? Can you try and understand me?
Sure.
What I'm suggesting, the entire world is this way, but you're a part of this experience, so you're a great example. I haven't seen you really accept accountability for your words.
I'm trying right now, Jack. What do you expect?
And I'm trying to help you.
It's frustrating to try to apologize to you because I'm trying to give a legit apology, a sincere, passionate apology. I'm trying to bring my fans into it. You mentioned my fans.
I know.
And the damage.
Let's keep them out of it and let's just focus on.
You brought them into it, Jack.
I know I did, because you need to realize I don't lie.
I said why, not lie. I said why would you bring them into it?
Because you've influenced the minds of others.
And I'm trying to undo that.
Well, I appreciate that. And that's why I want to help you to be a wonderful example.
Help me help you, Jack. Help me help you.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Help
me. The best way you can help. Let's just chill out, please.
Jack.
Okay,
Jack. This is a This is interesting, and I like that this happened because although you want an apology and Stephen is giving you those words, you can sense the unsincerity of it. This is exactly the same thing that I felt with Lindsay. Although she was saying the words, I could feel her insincerity based off of
I'm not Lindsay though. She's a hoe.
I know. No, I'm talking to this Stephen. This is
Right.
about Jack was trying to say about Lindsay. I'm trying to make my point. And so
carry on.
I felt her insincerity. And so rather than attack her, I just said, hey, you're not being sincere. Let's cut the shit. Like, we don't have to apologize to have a conversation. That's all I was wanting was a conversation. So I find it interesting that you saw Lindsay trying to give an apology and me not accepting it and you becoming upset and thinking, well, that's not being Christian-like. And now Stephen's here issuing you an apology and you're not accepting it because you feel it to not be sincere.
Good point.
This is actually what comes to my mind. No offense. Cynthia, I see you enabling.
That's funny because people go ahead, please.
Enabling disagreements. You want to make the excuse that well, you're doing a number of things, and I do see the similarities. There's a similarity between your situation and mine. I actually trust that Lindsay was more sincere than Stephen. Now, could be my perception, could be my own, I'm in the middle of this one, not on the outside. But I don't know what, besides the one reason you gave to dismiss her words as being false. I mean, you took a memory of your judgment where I heard you say this, so therefore what you just said is none of it is right. You completely dismissed her, and I'm not doing that with Stephen, that's for sure. But
no, I didn't dismiss her. No.
But I also don't expect that anything Lindsay did towards you was near to the extent of vileness and just nonsense that Stephen wanted to do with my name.
Did Stephen give out your phone number to somebody you don't trust?
I don't know.
No. Okay. What are you talking about?
Hey, Cynthia, this is the thing about
Lindsay did give out my phone number.
Okay,
I'd never do that.
Be a coward. Don't be a coward, Cynthia. Don't be a coward.
Okay.
Right.
And we're saying this why?
Anyone with internet access, it's pretty easy to find how to contact someone. So I understand.
Nobody's never contacted me from the internet in the 4 years I've been here. But
she's not a coward.
And she's
not a coward.
She bragged about it in your chat.
And she apologized to you, did she not?
It wasn't sincere. She said the words.
Oh, right. You judged it as insincere, so she did not apologize to you for what you want to keep bringing up.
Well, you're the one that did it. You're the one that put the comment and said, "Hey, if you want to come talk about it, come talk about it." I'm like, all right. You want me to come see you? I'll come see you.
Hey, sure. But you think I don't understand you. Well, but I'm confident you're not willing to understand me yet. But when you do,
can't you guys see the analogy? But the analogy between Cynthia's situation with Lindsay and Jack's situation with Stephen, there can be commonality and there can be vast differences without someone being a coward. And
agreed.
Without, you can still be offended by those differences and see that Cynthia didn't acknowledge you didn't acknowledge the likeness before you pointed out the differences is all.
I'm gonna go on the record here. I don't think Cynthia is being a coward whatsoever coming here and
Great.
speaking, and I don't
That's
see you as
not
a
the
coward.
context, right? You're taking a word, taking it out of context, and let's make a big deal. Both of you are doing this again, Bex and Steven. What I was trying to point out, cowardly, they gave my phone number out. Okay.
But honestly,
Okay.
Jack, it's phone numbers are different than whatever
Bex,
VPN
Bex,
numbers.
okay, who cares? Can we
You,
move past
you
the
can't
phone
just
number?
find Cynthia's phone number.
If you don't care about it, you're not recognizing that I did,
Right.
and it was my safety.
Right. I know. It's all about you and your safety. You
Yeah.
Christians feel
Mm.
safe unless
Mm.
you're, convinced.
Well,
And that which is, let me admit, I am speaking out of ignorance.
Fire.
I don't know any of the facts, and it's very possible I'm minimizing whatever Cynthia may have experienced from Lindsay prior to that. I don't know. But what I do know is that unforgiveness and enabling of disagreements from Flo and Cynthia is something I experienced firsthand for myself as well. So I thought I'd speak up.
Mhm.
Mm.
Well,
I
Jack,
hear that, Jack.
you post your phone number everywhere, including on bathroom walls.
So what?
And Lindsay shows her nudes everywhere, all
So
over.
what? What did you just prove?
It's a different scenario. It's different.
So right, that's not relevant.
Cynthia has a right to her privacy. It doesn't make her a coward.
Okay, right. Cynthia, I'm sorry for saying that your concern of having your phone number.
I don't think that that's
I'm
sincere.
sorry that I chose
get
the
back-
word coward to describe your
You're being
insecurity.
insincere, Jack. You're being what you accuse others of being.
I'm being honest.
You're being a hypocrite.
Am I?
You're not
But if
being
we get-
honest. You're not being sincere, Jack. That was not
And
sincere.
your repeating of accusations is your pattern to deal with. I don't have to defend myself unless you want to present facts and discuss
You
things.
called me a liar. What have I lied about? Can you name the
my
things I've lied
God.
about?
You can't think of anything you've lied about regarding
can't.
me.
You can't.
Well,
I don't have to. And this is the thing. Cynthia, you don't have to forgive. Lindsay didn't have to come forward and try and apologize either. But she did. And you guys are going to do whatever you're going to do. You're adults, so to say. Although, based on the gossiping and name calling, it really looks like a bunch of children hanging out on Zoom calls much of the day because, well, they got to entertain themselves and each other.
Mm-hmm.
We're better than this. We all are. Every one of us is better than the way that we've been allowing ourselves to live, myself included.
So yeah, I'm gonna just treat that like a grain of salt and throw that over my shoulders, and that is my prerogative. That is my right, and that is my discernment. It has nothing to do with you as a man. Has nothing to do with you as a content creator. But I can sense your agitation behind the comment, and rather than engage in fueling it and fuel it, I'm going to just leave it right there because I can tell in this moment, you're not going to change your mind. You're in your rage, your fury, your whatever.
Rage. And
you're obviously agitated. And if
well,
you think
Cynthia,
hold on. Look at yourself. But I can see you're agitated.
Actually, I'm not agitated at all.
You're not?
No. Can I try and convince you? I mean, you're so quick to judge me and so slow to change your opinion. You got it backwards, my friend. Right? So don't always assume someone is lying. Don't always assume someone is angry. I will apologize and I'll acknowledge. You're probably right, Cynthia. Some of my expectations, my disappointment, it's coming through. And I don't mean to judge. I'm really, really trying to get you to consider, and maybe this is the wrong example for me to choose.
Yeah,
but you're not as all high mighty as you want yourself to think. Okay. So I'll just leave it at that. You're free.
What does that even mean? High and almighty. And can you please give me an example of how I've behaved in that way?
Well, you've certainly had your words of opinions and judgment on me. And then you've made sure that others knew that it's best for you to stay away from me. And, you know, others are free to do what they want, but Cynthia does want people who think like her. And then I've seen you, and I mean, it's typical, Cynthia, consider it. The typical Zoom call that we're doing, these live streams, the panels, it's a bunch of grown adults gossiping, complaining, arguing, maybe sharing some helpful things, but
I was high. So because I go up there and have these conversations, that makes me high and almighty. Like I'm not understanding where you're thinking that I was high and almighty.
Two things: my direct experience with you and Flow State and others
so your experience
above me, and then I see you doing that with Lindsay. She's not worthy of your forgiveness. She's not worthy of your acceptance. You're above her, and you made sure she knew that. And then Flo was antagonizing her with the send nudes, trying to remind her of her.
Is that the same as Stephen?
The past.
So I never said that I was better than you. And if you felt that way, that is you feeling that way. That is a you problem. It's nothing to do with me.
Based on your words, you may not have said the words, Cynthia, but what you say and do reveals more than you think.
So back to you. I've never said these things to make you feel beneath me. If you feel that way, that is something you should work on. That has nothing to do with me. I treated you with respect every time that I have. Okay.
So you say.
As far as Lindsay, I am entitled to not keep people around me who I do not feel safe around.
Yep.
And that is my prerogative. And that is what I should do. And that is what I'm doing. And I don't owe you or anybody else an explanation.
Right. No one said that. So congratulations. You're no longer under attack. I hope the defense feels safe. Do you want to continue, or should we?
I want to continue and have a decent conversation.
Well, good. I'd love to.
All right, then. And we can just leave Lindsay, we can leave Stephen and Flow State out of this. And we can talk about this moment with Bex, Hank, Wizard, Jack, and Cynthia.
This is the moment.
This
is the one that starts all the future ones.
And this is the moment that counts. And worrying about what happened or worrying about will happen distracts us from this moment.
Well, this is the thing. Actually, that's Cynthia, thank you. That's actually the thumbnail too. It's the reminder we can escape the past and the future when we unite with the moment. And here in the moment, you know, we are blessed. We really are all blessed to be alive and to be here and present at this day and time. We've got the technology and comfort, the freedom for all of us to connect with each other again today. There's others who don't have these blessings. There's a lot of.
Hank looks so boring without my chats to respond to.
Yes, I hid you in the chat.
I'm not talking to you. We're gonna watch my video or not? You promised, Jack. Might even be interested in what the zebra.
I hid you in the chat, and I sent an email to Jack to let him know that I hid in the chat because you're just trying to grapple for power.
Whoa! People don't see these money chats. Oh my God, they don't see my money chats. Are you serious?
Yes, I'm dead serious.
We're losing Frank, DEFCON. They're not seeing this shit. Then why is Frank responding to me?
What is happening?
So you hid me because you're a hater?
Would you?
Oh my God, he hid me. How long have I been hidden? I've been contributing to the show, just like my video, and I didn't even get on the apology train earlier that Steven was.
Yeah. Tommy,
I wanted on the apology train.
Tommy, I'm sorry for all the
Are you on the apology train? Because I'm not on that. I didn't get on that.
I want to apologize to you, Tommy.
I am not on a car of that train. I know what you're trying to do. I appreciate it. Steven's driving the locomotive. I couldn't get on the apology train.
Oh, it's got to start with Steven first?
No, he started it. He started that locomotive. Come on, come on. Do the locomotive.
Jack, don't you feel like you owe some of us an apology?
Now.
Wait,
don't you feel like you owe some of us an apology, Jack?
Jump up.
Honestly.
Jump back. Oh, well, I think you've got the knack. Whoa, whoa.
Holy moly. Where's Moose? Let's get them all in here.
Yeah, let's get Moose in here to admit.
Yeah, let's get Moose in here. Because I want to know, why has Moose been talking about this
right now?
Moose has been making his rounds looking for his new daddy.
What's happening? Why is he
producer Moose is an analogy for seeking a daddy moose. It always has been.
No, wait. Was that Jack pressing the button? The rapist? Jack is gonna play with the zebra.
Oh, Cynthia's enabling rape. Did you hear
an apology for fucking harassing your own family, Jack? Hey, Jack, do you think it's cute harassing your own family?
Here, idiot.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm trying to give you to something to work with, Snafu. Cynthia came in here backing the logic, no doesn't always mean no.
Yeah.
And she rolled with it. Cynthia, that's grape logic.
No, that's not grape logic. That's your sick logic.
No, I worked at as many clubs, probably more than you. No doesn't always mean no is grape logic.
You worked at clubs. What type of clubs did you work at, Tommy?
Yes, I covered that yesterday. Among those clubs, to stay off of not taking welfare, I bounced at a gay club. I'd love to hear somebody say working at a gay club makes you gay. I almost got fired for whooping a dude's ass for smacking my ass.
Okay, can we say, does transgender women, does that count as gay?
I'd fuck Blair White before a transgender woman. Or wait, that is a transgender woman. Yeah. Where are you getting that I would do that?
Oh,
see,
I was just curious.
I get that Steven and Bex would ride that before I dropped Gay G, but now Gay G's out and you're trying to play that card.
Who's Gay G? I don't even know these names you're saying.
I know you're like your daddy Flow State. You think you can take on an enemy without knowing their content. Hey, shout to Steven. These people think they can take on an enemy without knowing the content they're referencing. I respect all my enemies enough to know their content.
Tom,
I'm waiting for you to do your promise so I can be the fuck out. Play the video.
What is being played? What is it that we're doing?
I want to show everyone why, even though it's not the reason I'm ditching my roof, it's why I'll probably die out there.
And a reminder that it doesn't matter where you live. That doesn't.
She's talking. She's talking over it.
Seeing that happening right now in places like Colorado.
I want to show you that the areas I'm familiar with that's going to come up. You can let it play, Jack. I'm saying when the stuff comes up that I know that target, I've shopped that target. I want to show you.
Taking over apartment complexes and creating just chaos in the streets over there right now.
The Venezuelans is taking over.
Oh, they just jacked it.
They just jacked them?
I've shopped that target.
These is out here tripping.
This is the great reset, motherfuckers.
Bro, damn, they done made a
this is America getting a taste of third world to reset us. I have shopped that target. I will show you the complex I'm familiar with.
That is on bullshit.
He almost got hit by a car right there.
What the? Yeah, they're tripping.
Welcome to Thunderdome, bitch.
They cracking off in the air and everything.
What are we watching?
Remember the shots? Remember the shots you've heard over my microphone? There we go, baby.
What is this?
That's my city, stupid.
But you're not out there. You're not
I
out
am.
there. So is that
I
just
am, you lying fucking cunt. I'm ditching my
Is that
roof,
you
and you guys
filming?
say it's not on purpose.
Filming? Is that you filming?
You fucking retarded whore. That's my apartment complex is part of that. You stupid,
I
fake
don't believe
Christian
you until I
cunt.
see you out there. Until I see you out there, I think you're just putting on a video.
You don't watch my content?
Who are you to say who's real Christian or not, Tommy? Who are you to say?
Okay, this is showing your autism. I said none of us can, as Jack calls me a fake Christian.
Then why are you calling Cynthia a fake
still
Christian?
Because you can't see the layers, Mr. Autism.
You're a hypocrite, Tommy.
No, you might see it that way because you don't understand the big table is talking and you just want to get attention.
The big
table. You're a hypocrite.
Thanks for not playing it. Thanks for taking the autism side. I'm gonna prove you wrong in my last 20 hours. You're all garbage. Yeah, bye-bye, Mr. Unslaved. Paul's your daddy. Paul's your daddy. Nazi fucking Uncle Sam. Paul's your daddy. Fuck you, all of you, except maybe Steven. He seems like he's rational.
Get it out.
Except for Steven, he seems like he's rational. When we just got done listening to all of that, oh my God.
Steven, you should take that as an insult, buddy.
I'm not insulted.
Oh, okay.
This, I get what he's pointing out. This stuff in the streets. This is America. This is where this nation is heading.
God bless
I served the military as a kid with the belief that it would do some good. I sure as hell didn't prepare myself for that, for the world to become what it has.
Is Moose in the chat?
Maybe.
Moose, come up here because I hear you've been talking about me, and I was wanting, and this is the great place for us to come and end wars.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I know that this is a show that you're comfortable on, Moose. And I've had 2 people now come and tell me you've been talking about me, and I want to know, do we have an issue? And what is that issue?
Moose has insecurities. That's the issue. People. Well, Stephen, you know that as well. The forked tongue, the one that's so vicious and cruel, the one that wants to manipulate. Every one of us has that ability.
Do, Jack. You do.
We all do. But the key is to be aware of it so that the darkness within doesn't become a problem for others.
I'm here for peace. I've made peace with Bex and Cynthia. Hank, would you like to make peace with me?
Enable you. You get along fine with the people who enable you.
Enable me?
Those who want you to do better and to be better, you don't want to listen to them.
What?
Huh? Who?
Yeah, it's what people do. It's what you've been doing, Stephen.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I was saying Moose says Jack's house isn't the place for our fake beef. This is the place.
So, please say of mine, Stephen. I have no need to make explicit peace agreements.
That's fine by me, Hank. I don't have any ill will towards you. I did call you a sodomite. I think I called you a fag. I called you a few different things.
Okay.
Remember that?
I usually just forget stuff that doesn't matter.
You did try to blackmail me in email. You got my email, and then you tried to blackmail me.
As a demand letter. And you're still, it's a demand letter.
It was laughable, Hank. It was the worst blackmail attempt in history. You're black, but you don't know how to blackmail. But Hank, listen.
It was a demand letter. You wanted me to share my
demand.
toys with you. I said no. I said no. You don't have that privilege to my toys, Stephen. You need to understand that.
Right.
Hank, settle down. I know you're autistic.
Arguing about what something was doesn't change it.
Let's get in the present. Let's make peace today. Let's focus on today. Let's escape the gang life.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Let's become
authentic. You interrupted me, Jack. Can you let me finish? Let's escape the gang life today. Mm-hmm. I'm not about the gang life. The gang life wants me, but I don't want the gang life. Okay? I don't want the gang life. The gang life wants me, but I don't want the gang life.
King Stephen, to be
I'm not
honest,
about
I
the gang.
don't feel you're in the state of peace.
Right.
I'm all about peace, Hank. I'm a man of
sound
peace.
that way. You keep rattling and going on like you've got something important, but you're really
You wanted
just
me on
working
webcam yesterday. You
yourself.
wanted me to cam up. I showed
You know
my
what,
face.
Stephen?
I gave the prayer
Stephen,
hands. I've been
you're
accommodating, Jack.
Hey, no, you're not.
I'm
You're
trying.
manipulating. You're
No, I'm
trying
not.
to. Yes, you are. I see through your bullshit. I'm tolerating your presence here. I don't want you here, Stephen. You're slimy, cruel, and hateful. Not just towards me, but there's a long list of people you've been attacking. It's time for you to grow the fuck up.
I'm sorry.
There is a real issue here that we need to address. When he's talking about Hank getting his email, Hank is notorious for tagging people like Snafu. And you were part of it, Jack. He emailed me, and you and Snafu were CC'd in that email. I don't want Snafu to have my email.
So what?
You don't see the significance of that?
Look, I'm going to call it out. I don't want them to know how to get me.
Jack, I'm showing your lack of awareness. That's the email I share on my page. But you sit here oblivious to, you will loop who's the opposition and who you're defending all in the same stream. It's the value people can see for themselves, and Hank's laughing about it because he knows I'm right.
No, Tom.
Now I know you're wrong, and I'll be explicit about it. That's why I had to hide you in the chat today. Because you're trying to grapple for power over and over again, and you're distracting the show.
Hold up. Grapple for power. I'm invisible in the chat, and you've admitted to being why because you're scared of what I say. And I've been dropping gems, baby. This is America. Don't get you slipping them. Talcott be tripping them. Vin's in my area. I got the straps.
It's not fair. It's disgust.
And we got to laugh.
Oh, wow.
You've been talking about
karaoke time at Talcott.
Oh, wow.
So, guys, over the past, just today and yesterday alone, Jack, just today's show and yesterday alone, if no one can watch you loop who you're going to demonize and then defend, it's insane, Jack. I wish I would have had the idea first. Jack has 72 live viewers because this is the ultimate shit show.
Because I'm here.
This is the ultimate live shit show.
It's not an ultimate shit show, Tommy. You hosted ultimate shit show. You had literal porn bombers shitting on your show.
And here's the people that are lost.
Let's
Here's
be
the
honest
people that are
once.
lost. Jeeps, when you say Tommy can do no wrong in Jack's eyes, are you not watching? Jeeps, are you watching the show?
Happy Women's Caught Wednesday.
She's crazy, man.
Finally,
Hank,
women on the panel. Finally.
I know I called Hank N-word, but when I say you people, I'm talking about the insanity. You people are insane.
Yes.
Jack, don't see. There, he's taking my side. He's taking my side, and he's going to kick me in a minute. He's insane with you people.
He doesn't ban
At
you,
least
though,
when I gave Steven support, I'll wait.
He hates
You're not speaking, Tommy.
You're not.
Jack hates me the most.
We all know you're insane, Tommy. Stop thinking you're different.
Do you see what he's
Happy
doing there?
Women's Caught Wednesday. Finally,
Now,
some women on the panel here. Finally,
to answer the other female insane man's question or whatever he said, that word wizard, the Antichrist
ladies
superstar.
love El Diablo.
When he slandered me for giving Steven support, through Steven's trolling, we can pinpoint he's aware of what is going on. You guys are up here taking Jack serious. You're insane, you people. And don't get me wrong, Wizard's just camping like Cynthia, Hank, and Wizard are definitely camping for camp time. Bex, God bless her, she found a place she could get up on panel and speak the most Spanish of all the Mexicans.
Can we have a
Of
group
all the
hug here?
Mexicans.
I'm gonna take a break.
Can we have a
I
group hug?
didn't even think with him on the
Cynthia.
panel.
Not Hank. I'm not gay, but can we have a group hug here?
Please, just
Sorry,
pause.
please go ahead.
Let's pause. We've got another guest.
Daisy.
Hi, Daisy.
Is this Daisy?
Hello, hello, everyone.
Daisy.
How are you
women.
today?
My goodness.
Dizzy,
Hey.
I've been looking for you, Chica. I've been wanting to have a conversation with you, and I was hoping you'd show up today. I'm so glad to see you.
Hi,
Well,
Daisy.
thank you. I'm glad to be here. Hello, hi, Bex.
Yes, well.
Hi, Daisy.
I only caught just. Hey there. I only just
I'm
caught
happy
a
to see
tail
you.
end of. Well, I'm pleased to see.
I don't know if you can
everyone.
tell, but I'm not on cam, but I am happy to see you.
Okay, please let her speak.
I only caught a tail end a moment ago of I think it's a video that Tommy was trying to share. Is that correct?
Yes.
Was Tommy sharing a video from where he lives? Okay. And so what is the direction today? Like what how can I have so much I want to say that I can't get my words out fast enough. Like this all this stuff's been going on for such a long time. And why? Why are we at each other's throats for differences of opinion, differences of how we practice our faith, or for those who have no faith, leave those people alone if they don't want it. God doesn't force it on them, so why should we? I hope they come to faith, but if they don't, that's between them and God. I'm just, why all the fighting? Like, all the time, everywhere. Everybody's got their panties in a wad. Like, why? Why?
So what do you suggest? That's the question I'm asking too.
What do I suggest? Well, I think that the golden rule applies in many situations to behave towards others the way you would wish for others to behave towards you. And all of us at times have not done that. And then we've ended up doing things we regretted and have to try to fix it and have to try to apologize. And I'm sorry I hurt your feelings and I didn't mean anything personal by it. Like it's like a merry-go-round around here. And it's like, how can we, if we can't solve things and resolve conflicts on a YouTube platform, how are we going to help the whole world?
Well, Daisy,
how do we do that? Because we have
Daisy,
problems in this realm.
Daisy,
that we're living in.
Yes. There's no disagreements from you. I was
Absolutely.
asking, what's the solution? You brought up the golden rule. Absolutely. We can all do better to treat each other better. I want to swing back to something that Tommy said, though, because this has been my frustration. Tommy said he's here to make sure that the people who are tuned in to take Jack seriously don't. What I'm suggesting could actually be transformative for the right people, you know, especially someone who's actually facing depression or alcoholism or many of the things I've dealt with. I know that I could be of value for a lot of people, but people haven't wanted to take me seriously ever since I found God.
Well, the Bible talks about that. And it also speaks of how this isn't our home. So we're supposed to feel uncomfortable here. You were saying that people don't take Jack serious. You were saying that Tommy comes up here and tells people not to take you serious. Do you think that
I was saying, I'm not sure I said that. And this is what Jack does. He says, I can't talk about someone that's not here, puts me away from here and starts putting words in my mouth. And then he says, I'll come around and like him.
You don't say anything when you're here, Tommy. You don't shut up. You don't shut up when you're here.
Oh, Cynthia
do you think
agrees.
that Tommy could ever stop what is meant for you? If God
Why
has
don't you
something
ask
planned for
Tommy?
do you think that Tommy could stop that, Jack? Do you think that Tommy has that in him? Absolutely.
You guys aren't.
You're absolutely right, Jack. Tommy
So
can't
here.
stop what's meant for you.
Let's.
What are you talking about? Please be more specific with your statement.
Well, Tom, you keep trying to control me and
No, I keep trying to get my side in.
Well,
you know, whenever you said we won't talk about people that aren't here.
See, you're just focused on arguments and disagreements.
No, that's what you are. Who would fucking agree with you? You are insane. And
I do. I agree with him. Tommy, I agree with him. And I'll talk.
Dude.
Then get out.
No, you muted me in the chat and you're still vying.
Anyway, so Tommy can't stop what's meant for you, Jack. Nobody can stop what is meant for you.
I know.
Oh, I'm so happy to see you, Flow State.
It might be too soon. Not connecting yet. Tom, seriously, only you can put your anger aside. You're the one who's picked it up and found all this reason to go against Jack. Dude, I'm not the way that people have been describing Tommy, Margot, all these other clowns, man.
And if you know that's not the way, and if you know you're not what they've been describing, why does it affect you?
Why do you think it does not affect me?
Because it's not true.
Okay, but do all of the other people who hear it, do they know it's not true?
I don't give a damn what other people hear. I know who I am.
Right.
And nobody can tell me what I'm not. That's what I'm saying, Jack. You need to have that.
Right. No, Cynthia, again, you're going back to thinking about yourself. You're not actually thinking about what I'm saying here and now about me. When people, my whole life. What's that?
Sorry, I said you got to try to think about Jack, is what you're saying, right, Jack?
Well, in the context of what I'm trying to explain, please. Because if you don't think about my words from my perspective, you're not going to understand. And that's what's been happening for a long time.
So here's what I think about Jack.
Sorry, Hank, but is Cynthia
No. Let me talk to Jack. Here's how I think about this, Jack. I do respect you. I do take you seriously. That's why I'm doing my job as a moderator instead of just ignoring it. I do take this seriously. So
that's great, Hank.
So when it comes to other people's opinion, if they can't show it, they don't know it. So if they can't demonstrate their point,
great,
I don't worry about whatever rumors they spread around.
Good job, Hank.
Well, what I do know is my life, my career, my family, my reputation, those were all taken from me by this topic that we're saying. Why do you care? Why do you care about what people say? Well, because I know how damaging lies are. Firsthand experience.
Ditto.
Mm-hmm.
Ditto.
There's moments that you stand in it, and if you stand in it and you stand through it, what people say can't dispute who you are.
Right. And that's what I'm trying to offer to you too, Cynthia, to consider.
I know who I am.
So you say.
So I know.
Okay.
Yes. So I know.
You're right. You're right. You do.
And you should know who you are. And I can't tell you who you are.
Oh, you've tried.
Okay.
You've told others
You're
who
going
I
back
am.
to living in the past. When's the last time I've had this conversation with you? When's the last time I've been in your presence other than on Tommy's?
It's been a long time.
Let's get back to this present moment.
Right. It's been a long time, but you and Flo have been wonderful allies for each other.
Flo, did you read that comment he left about us earlier on my page?
No.
Well, you're not Flo.
Yes. So Jack, that's what I'm wondering.
What did you say?
Maybe you're worried about some of these comments because they land close to home. They're not as big lies think they are.
Or
That's why you're obsessed over them.
Or what I said, Hank, or what I said. I know that good people have avoided reaching out to me because who knows what's going to happen. You get allied with Jack. And I know that I've requested, to have some dignified and real good conversations on this stream. But the people who show up, they're not so worried about what Jack is doing, as long as they make Jack look bad.
So am I not a good person? Or am I not high enough? Okay.
You're not
what
bad.
are you complaining about?
You're mid. You're so, Hank.
No, we're all. Hey, everyone is good people.
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
Yeah, that one's a joke. Back to Jack.
We're all good people trying to figure out life.
Indeed.
Now there's many people who have the pride and arrogance to think they know. They know what's right. They know what they're doing. Not based on facts, not based on evidence or experience, but because they had a thought or they heard a rumor. I mean, that's the entire American way, right? Rumors and propaganda, that's what sells.
Thank God I'm not American. I'm eating tacos, though. Shout out to Cynthia people, the Mexicans. Man, I love these tacos.
Hey, this gang stuff that's happening, there could be many reasons. Maybe it is being funded with devious purposes. Maybe it is organized. Maybe it's just a group of people who are pissed off and angry. They know they had to leave their homeland because of the sanctions imposed by the United States government, the choices of people that were not them. So maybe it was anger that brought them here into the U.S. of A. And, the U.S. of A, colonial ways. I mean, if it's true what these gangs from Venezuela are doing, moving in and taking over residential places, hello, isn't that what Israel's doing with all the settlers that the U.S. is funding and encouraging? Yeah, it's okay. It's your freedom. I mean, the gang life results in wars, results in battles. And I encourage everyone, step aside from the gang life. It's all right to challenge people who are on your side. It's okay to forgive people who are on their side. It doesn't have to be this game of war with everyone.
Hey, Flo.
I'm turning in my bandana. I'm not about the gang life anymore. I'm done. I'm a man of peace now. I'm going to put on a collar. Just collared shirt.
We'll see.
Come on, Hank. You have no faith.
Hey, these gangs of America, the militarization that's happening in this world, it's no joke. Guys, I don't mean to be focused on that so much, but really, the world has not known freedom because there's been wars.
Are there any gangs in Spokane, Washington?
I've heard there's several.
The mean streets of Spokane, Washington.
Wasn't there TV shows made in Spokane?
Spokane was on Cops quite a number of times.
Where was that? I don't remember. There was a TV show I thought I used to watch. Did you know, Jack, that you have an opportunity right now to settle some differences between Margot and between Daisy and Flo?
No, he doesn't. That's out of his hands.
Well, if the opportunity is there,
he could settle his own difference. I heard he was talking mad shit before I got up here, but no, Daisy's bullshit is Daisy's own bullshit. That's out of Jack's hands.
Mad shit. I said that you were part of the provocation for Lindsay's reaction.
I think he sees flow state as duplicitous as well. I do think Jack sees flow state as duplicitous and maybe even, I don't know, like a psychopath or something.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
Far
you-
less
You think that
than
flow state was part of what?
That's
Flynn?
you.
Right? It is. Steven's playing that little instigator.
Steven's the most duplicitous person on the panel, and Daisy's up here.
Me, you're flow state. You're giving me credit. You're giving me the award for most.
For most duplicitous on the panel, yeah, I'll give that to you.
Would you say I'm also the greatest mastermind on the panel?
No, you're homeless. You're a king without an empire.
You think that I don't have an empire?
You don't have.
I haven't seen it yet, so.
Not one of value. How about that?
Oh man! And
No,
you
you don't even have a channel.
Jack, you don't want people insulting you, but you sure put out a lot of insults. You call
That's
people
a fact.
clowns,
Those are facts.
bitches.
They're not insults.
But you
They're
know,
facts.
you cry when it comes back. That's the thing. You
No.
start shit, but you.
That's not accurate. Holy cows. I just realized. Demolished Doctrine, you've been here a little bit. You're always so patient and considerate.
Not always.
Well, the majority, he tries. I see his commitment to
Yeah,
being.
I like it when he gets impatient. It cracks me up.
It shows his humanity.
Thanks,
But
Flow
Flo,
State. Peace and respect to you all.
And you?
Hello.
And Flo, I'm telling you, look within yourself. Seriously,
For what? What am I looking for?
Why do you find joy in seeing others react?
Anything else would be boring.
That's not. No, I can't agree with that.
Yeah. Well, you can keep. You get mad when people don't respond to your whatever you're saying.
It gives you a feeling of superiority. Because you
Is that the feeling that you recognize? When I just referenced you, you were like, ah.
Oh, I honestly wasn't listening to you. I was
Okay.
still paying attention to my thought. Flo, this is actually, you know what? I know I can be insulting. I know all of us can be insulting. Sometimes the truth is offensive. But I don't mean to be insulting. I don't mean to be rude.
It's not so much that you're insulting as that you're insulted and you carry around your baggage forever.
There's some truth in that.
Yeah, I'm okay with you attacking like we all do it sometimes. But you carry around, you hold on to grudges and butt hurt.
Wait, I hold it now. This I will not agree with because I don't.
That's
hold
literally
on.
what you just agreed with.
When things are resolved, I mean, certainly there are times where I might feel it's still unresolved, but when I'm dealing with continuing opposition, when the patterns and the behavior have not changed, yep, it's unresolved.
What pattern?
What's that?
What? Be more specific. What?
The number of people who have wanted to publicly call me a liar without the actual facts or foundation. I mean,
you do it back. It's a game you participate in.
I'm happy to explain and show everything that I say, but the people who keep accusing me of things, they're not willing to resolve. And this is the life I've been living.
But if people keep accusing you of things and they don't want to resolve, when are you going to just leave them behind and keep going?
Oh, I do. Every day I move forward. I mean, every day. Here, this is something I realized yesterday, and I'm practicing it. It's the truth. I'm detached even further from this world and the life I'm living. I am most attached to God. That's the only thing I care about, I think about, I spend my time with. It's the only thing that hasn't left me. It's the only thing that's accepted me. So I spend my time with God. I, chop wood, carry water. Today I got the front yard cleaned up. So
show me your act.
Worry.
Yeah. What? You chop wood?
No, figuratively.
If you actually did that for real and started uploading shorts of Jack Talcott
Right?
chopping wood, I bet that you would have, like, you wouldn't even be able to walk into your own stream. The floor would be so slick.
Ooh.
It's been a while, but I used to love chopping wood. It was.
I can get you an axe if you need one.
Actually, I was just looking. I think I'm gonna be digging a hole pretty soon.
For Tommy?
No, for my cat. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's not looking that healthy. So, but that's life. You know, life comes and goes. I think he and I shared time together with intention and care earlier. I processed a bit of grief already, prepare myself for the next steps of life. You know, but life happens. And my prayer, sincerely, I don't know what God wants me to do. I don't know what God wants any of us to do. I know that when I turned to God, I started feeling better about the life I'm living. And the way I feel best about the life I'm living is with a clear conscience. And that means that's why I encourage people to find forgiveness. Because seriously, all of these life experiences between different people, they can make us or break us. Tommy earlier, he sounds pretty upset, pretty frustrated about the path he's heading on. And he's feeling alone. I could hear it.
Well, he does that to himself.
Yes, he shoves. He literally goes around and shoves people away. He goes out of his way to shove people away.
This is the way we're designed. It's the human, what I call the ego. It's the self-preservation mechanism that's designed within us. But these habits of pushing people away, it may have served a purpose at one time.
But it's not. He's not using it for self-preservation. He's using it for self-destruction.
That's what he doesn't realize.
Bingo.
Honestly, that's what I see a lot of on these panels.
This W is for you, sir.
I recognized it in myself, man. The self-sabotage. And here.
If someone wants to self-sabotage, and if they're like, I think of that as someone drowning, I can go out there and try to help them. But if I'm not careful, they will drown me with them. And sometimes you have to let people tire themselves out before you can reach them.
Sometimes you just don't help them because.
Indeed.
You know, yes.
That thought was especially for you, Cynthia.
Oh, I know, but I'm at we'll finish this on your channel because now I'm at a standstill and I'm not sure which way I'm gonna go, but I'm at least at the standstill.
Does anyone else agree that self-sabotage is kind of the opposite of gang mentality, where some people feel unassured about life, so they want people around them assuring them? You'll see this in Christianity. You'll see this in street gangs, so that they have a sense of family, a sense of a safety net, if you will. Where the self-sabotager is so afraid of becoming attached to someone, becoming disappointed in that someone, that they'll sabotage themselves in that situation before the friend or lover can ever get far enough to hurt them.
I disagree because you can self-sabotage as a group.
Well, that disagreement, I see what you're saying, but where he was going, it's true. We'll push each other away in anticipation of someone hurting us. We'll deny ourselves times of connection and support because of our judgment and the mind games we play.
It's not the opposite of the gang mentality. It's just the gang mentality.
Hank, to your point, I was speaking specifically. Hank, to your point, I was talking specifically about people ending relationships and pushing people away and being singular. Not that you're wrong.
Yes.
But Richard,
I
that
agree.
can be done for reasons other than in fear.
Yes, what else?
Well,
Yeah.
self-preservation in and of itself doesn't have to be out of fear. It can be out of
What else?
self-love, the opposite.
That's like suggesting that everyone they could meet is of no quality.
What you're saying by narrow, it's just every single person they push away. That's what you're suggesting.
Yeah, when someone pushes away absolutely everyone, like they were
Okay,
actually
I
referencing
got you.
Snafu Snaps.
I got you.
Well, even he doesn't push away absolutely everyone. I mean, he has his Keystone Cop crew, he has Lena right now, and has Tarek, so he doesn't push away absolutely everyone.
Enough, though. Enough that all he receives is an echo chamber. And
Yes.
Well, Hank, I have to admit you do know more about the gentleman than I do, but that's mostly because I'm just not interested.
Yeah. So, and that's how I know it's not the opposite of gang mentality. It's just the gang mentality. Because
I'm taking that W back from Hank and I'm giving it to here to Richard.
So Flow State, you Officer Snaps is literally in the internet gang, but the mentality Richard described as Officer Snaps has is not the gang mentality.
Officer Snaps I am speaking from my personal experience, Hank. I have no choice about that.
Snaps' gang is all in his head. He has a gang of voices in his head, but that's about it.
Alright, so gangs aren't gangs. Oh well.
Here, gangs or tribes or cliques or whatever we want to call it. It's this us and them. It has
People are tribal.
Well, there is that aspect. People are also selfish. People are also cruel. But when we enhance those,
People are also broke liars.
I'm assuming that was probably at you. Welcome, Tarek. How you doing today, brother?
Oh, Tarek, I didn't see you down there. Oh, well, it's a true fit.
All of these personality conflicts. Holy cows. See?
I don't have a personality conflict with Tarek. I just have a he owes me money conflict.
You're still muted, Tarek. We can't hear you.
Tarek. Okay. Try right. You're muted again. Okay, try now.
Yes, no, I do agree, Flow State. I do owe you money. That I will go.
All right.
Nice.
You heard it here on Jack Talcott.
Jack.
Fascinating.
Yeah,
See?
I have the same Star Trek shirt, I think. Mama Sue nailed it, that Tarek's wearing.
Peace can be found. It's easier than we think. And sincerely, when we break beyond the gang mindset, I was really thinking about this earlier. Because yes, according to history, there was tribes, and it makes sense of, joining up with those who are like you. But humanity, we've explored the world enough. We shouldn't be we no longer have to be surprised when we encounter people of a different color, or they speak a different language, or they look and sound different than us. We're beyond all that. So if we move beyond the gang life, which right now, red and blue, Crips and Bloods, man, Republicans, Democrats, or it's Christians and atheists, Christians and Muslims, it's Muslims and everybody else, it's the scientific community against the spiritual community, it's whatever games have been imagined.
Oh, Jack, you might have just ended a war. Congratulations. I still haven't been paid yet, so it's like a Cold War now. But
you will be paid, Flow State, I promise.
But I think that Jack, if I were Jack, I'd be patting myself on the back.
Yeah, clip this.
No, only from evidence.
Is it delusional for us to believe that we can live in a world or even live a life without conflict and disagreements?
I believe it is.
Oh.
You believe we can live in that world or we can't?
I believe we can. It won't be easy. Right. It won't be easy. But I believe
Yeah, because every time anybody wants to come up with any kind of argument or controversy, they got to be put down and quick, man, quick.
Well, it's the wayward
It only
design.
takes one. It takes two parties for peace, but only one party for war. So, like that would mean that every single person on Earth has to have the same objective.
That's correct.
Or enough of the majority do.
That
Because
they can. What? No, I don't think so. Because if one person, it only takes one person to bust out a food fight in the lunchroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I actually gonna agree with Flow State's entropic argument for conflict.
I also agree. I agree with Flow State. Yeah.
Do you think that these conflicts, Jax, the ones that you want to end, do you think you can find benefit from them, that they do bring you something? So then why would you want to eliminate something that makes you sharper?
Oh, no.
No, he misunderstood what you were saying.
Yeah, initially I think I didn't understand, but all of these individual conflicts and battles I faced on my own, they have improved me. There's documented. I've been growing in my ability not to get so triggered and upset. So the battles I faced have helped me. But what I realize, and what I'd love to help the world realize, it's just simple and obvious. All of our time spent in war, either defending or attacking, it's time wasted from doing other things. And so I think the best way to stop fights is you get someone outside of the fight to go in, and you separate, and you treat them like children, and you say, hey, whoa, sit your ass down until you get your mind back into what you're doing. And I'd love to have these conversations with people in Congress and Joe Biden and Putin and Netanyahu.
You know, everything you just said could have been stated as "my people perish for lack of understanding," and a description of that interference where Dad sits down the two boys and says, "All right, quit your scuffing," could be described as end times.
Yeah, and that's where when you try to send a third outside party into a situation like that to end a war, they themselves, think about this logically, they themselves have to be suited for war.
They have to be more powerful than the two competitors, actually.
Absolutely.
And it has to be obvious, and it has to be unchallengeable by the competitors.
No, I'd have to disagree with that with Daniel, because it wasn't obvious by his nation's people that he would be able to go out there and slay Goliath unless he put on the nation's armor. But he didn't. He refused to do that. And so it wasn't quite so obvious until it actually happened.
Well, that's why there was not the appropriate reaction until after the fact.
Right, because it wasn't obvious.
Which is the same thing I said.
Oh, I thought you said, my apologies, and I thought you said it was obvious.
No, we're just discussing things, bro. No apology necessary.
Hey, what I believe is going to be the power to resolve, it is the ultimate power, the power of truth. Now, getting people to be willing to hear the truth, to see the truth, that's between the individuals and God. But I trust where 2 or 3 or more are gathered, if we unite together for this purpose, let's bring the truth into light, that if the people of Congress chose to do so through their connections, there could be diplomacy and peace negotiations, ceasefires, not just in Israel, but many other parts of the world, simply by an honest commitment of reform. And that's what the world is waiting for, is change and reform.
Jack, just playing a little devil's advocate here, why do you think that Congress would want, for instance, would want to change their views on war when they profit from it, incite it, they promote it, it's sort of their livelihood?
Until I speak with the people involved, I don't want to assume they know what they're doing. I mean, I volunteered to even go off to war. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't realize the part I was playing. Cynthia.
Oh no, my camera was out of focus. I was just trying to see if I could get my hand. Sorry.
Well, and this actually brings up something true. It's often the outside perspective that gets the best clarity on the bigger picture. And my life, I'm kind of on the outside, and I've learned from many other people on the outside perspectives, and we see what the problem is.
I'm not sure the outside is the clearest picture. I think it does give a different view, but I'm not sure it's the clearest one.
Well, and I'd like to expand on that, because in this thing about trying to end wars, Jack, there are other positions that people can take up. And one of the things I want to mention is a guy named Desmond Doss. Now, this guy was a medic in the military, World War II. And he went in with the religious exemption that he wasn't going to pick up a gun. They tried to court-martial him. And this guy went through so much hell in the barracks because of his stance. And all of these people that thought they were going to be in these foxholes with a guy with no weapon wasn't going to be able to help him. And the crux of the story is that they made a movie on it, and they went to this place where there's this cliff, and they had to overtake this cliff. And they were on top, and they were doing this cliff thing, and there were these Japanese coming out of these holes in the ground, just slaughtering. So they retreated, all of them but one man, the medic, without a gun. And when they got to the bottom, they found out there's 32 men. That meant all the rest of them were up on the cliff. So Desmond Doss, without a weapon, and never having picked up a weapon the entire time, rescued 75 men himself. Carried him over to the edge of the cliff, went and got him, got another one, carried him over the edge of the cliff, lowered him down by himself all the way down to the bottom, went got another one, and every time he prayed, Lord, let me get just one more.
Sounds like fake news.
No, it's a real story, and you can look it up. Desmond Doss, a medic that never picked up a weapon, and he saved more men than most any men in the army. There are other.
I agree with Flow State. I think it's fake news.
Why don't you do your research instead of doing the false projection of fake news? Why don't you take the positivity of it and do your own fucking research? Desmond Doss, Desmond, DOSS. That, my folks, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a space. That's 8, 12 letters, 12 keys you punch in a fucking keyboard, and then the 13th time you punch that key is enter, and see what you fucking come up with. It's not fucking hard.
I didn't know we'd have to do homework.
I know. Can I explain why I think it's fake, Wizard?
No. Do your fucking research.
Wow. No.
Okay, listen, Tarek. All you're going to do by saying why you think it's fake and not doing your research is prove that you're not willing to do your research, and that the reason you think it's fake is itself fake. Think about it, brother.
No, I agree with you, but can I tell you why? From my perspective, logically, why it's fake?
Yeah, please explain it logically. How you can prove something fake.
Let him. Hold on. Okay, Wizard. Chill, please.
God, he's so angry, man. He's so angry. One guy, to be strong enough to pick up one person, come back, and he said 75 people. You have to be so
That's
strong.
What the military record says. That's what the military record says.
Yeah, but they all lie.
Hey, Tarek.
Yeah.
You are a fool.
Okay.
That's like saying that you don't believe Jesus because you don't believe it. Understand, it's not just one man. Hold on, Jack. Understand, it's not just one. I am. Understand, it's not just one man. It's an entire military record, along with the 32 men that were down below carrying off those people, along with the 75 people or 74 people that survived. One of them passed away. The other 74 survived.
Okay.
I also think Helen
let
Keller
me hear,
is great.
Jack, why you think I'm a fool.
Ain't no way Helen Keller is real.
Tarek, I could actually justify that without actually a lot of stress on the guy other than carrying the body to the edge of the cliff. If you wrap a rope several times around a tree, because of the roughness of the bark, it would be fighting gravity, and all you'd have to do is maybe have 2 wraps around a tree and then provide just a little bit of resistance and allow the rope to go, and that would cause enough friction that you would be hardly working at all.
Okay. Can I explain to you why I think it's impossible? Okay. Let me give you an example.
Can we not?
Go ahead. Okay, Jack.
I was kind of
This
curious.
is an example. I'm sorry, a great example of when people try to apologize. You know,
Tarek, I personally
Wizard told a story, and people viewed it as false and inauthentic. Wizard, the story, but he had a good purpose in it. But people can choose to receive it or not. It's the same thing.
In all fairness, he did make the claim, and he should provide a link to it.
I mean,
the burden of proof is on.
Okay,
Wiz,
so again, again, 11 letters and a space with a return bar.
You guys are killing Jack. Look at Jack.
In any search engine.
Yes, actually, someone already looked it up for you and put it in the chat.
Look at Jack's body language. If you guys keep this that much longer, he's going to die.
Clip it. Make it big screen so we can clip it at least, Jack.
Hey, Tarek, if you need me to, I could film. I got a little GoPro, pretty mobile. I could take it to the gym for you, and I could show you that with my legs, I can lift up 32,000 pounds in less than 10 minutes.
32,000 pounds.
Yeah.
But can you do it in one squat?
No.
Okay.
Tell you what. Here's my issue.
That's not my dad.
We're arguing about the memory of a story of someone else. Totally. I mean, and Tarek, I'm trying to remember the right words. I called you a fool because condemnation prior to investigation, it's the surest path to ignorance.
Yes, I agree.
If you dismiss something without even looking, and albeit, Wizard, dude, you're kind of being a jerk with type this out and hit return in 13 characters and come on,
Is anybody surprised by Wizard? Is anybody surprised by that?
Well, no, I'm not surprised.
I like the story.
People that do the words and research the words, the etymology, that's his jam.
He's got the knowledge for sure, and that's
and that's the thing that befuddles me. I've got the knowledge, and I give you simple things you can research. The name alone will tell you. And nobody wants to do that. They want me to bring the proof. The proof is already there. Hit the damn keys. I'll bring it up, and I'll bring up every source on it, and you can have a heyday going through all of it.
If that was the
it's much
topic,
easier.
we could do this, but since it's really just a side topic, I'd love
to. So why even question it? Just look it up. He made a big issue out of nothing when all he had to do was look it up, guys.
Well, you don't have to make a big issue over him making
How do you do the blood thing?
This is the I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make it drink. And at what point do you accept that you've done your part and it's time to move on and put it down? And it's okay to put some stuff down.
I'm curious, though, not to do the same thing, but the story of Henry Wallace. You guys familiar with Henry Wallace from American history?
No.
No.
I hadn't learned about him until Veterans for Peace, but he was vice president under Truman. No, he was vice president under something. He was a man. He was all about. He was Secretary of Agriculture under Roosevelt from 33 to 40. So the time of the wars, I guess. And he was a man of peace. He was a man about equality and wanted to do some great things for the nation. The DNC, the Democratic National Convention, the same crap that's going on today. They played some BS and got him taken out of the running for vice president. Anyway, the nation's history has been corrupted by some unbelievable stories, right? And so I think that's part of Wizard's frustration is he's got this knowledge and he knows that there's a lot of facts and stuff out there showing this stuff, but we live in a world where people will look for what they want.
Yeah. But Jack, here's the thing, Jack. I've been athletic all my life, okay? And I also frame 50 hours a week, right? Here's the logic. If you have to carry a person, say 100 yards, right? The first time you go there, you're going to have lactic acid, which means your body's going to cramp up. After the second trip, the same thing happens. You'd have to be like a seal to even do this.
I know.
And
Is this important?
I'm not saying it's that important. It's just his theory is just way off.
Okay, can you let it go?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm just saying.
And understand, it's not my motherfucking theory. I gave you some research I did, you dumbass.
Right? It was just an example of it. Yeah.
Should you calm down, Wizard, and be respectful?
Could you shut up and do your research, idiot?
Well, both can be true. Tara can be willing to research, but you can stop being so rude too.
I'll do the research. I'll do the research.
I really do. I do appreciate and I think I love all of you guys more than you realize.
Thank you. Ditto.
Hey, sexually.
Not to be bitchy, but somebody timed me out in the chat. I was trying to respond to a comment that Flo made, but I've been timed out. So
who was it?
Fucking nuts.
I don't know.
Who was it?
See, I'm not a mod. I don't know. It might have been base for all I know.
Somebody step up. Is Daisy still having runs? It's probably Daisy's punk ass.
Yeah, Daisy.
Yeah, I was wanting to get down to the bottom of you and Daisy, but Tommy had to steal the spotlight. Like, Flo was really upset with Daisy.
Yeah.
What?
And Cynthia, by the way, you do look beautiful today. I mean, the hair and everything else. I'm not trying to hate on you.
Damn, Daisy, Tarek.
I washed my hair today. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, you look good.
Thank you. Y'all starting to kind of creep me out with all these compliments, though.
I'm just
Speaking
saying.
of beautiful, what's going on, Jack? You got a smile on your face today. You're looking good. You're looking fly.
I've been looking for you, Moose.
Oh yeah.
What's going on? Do we have an issue again? What happened? Where did it come from and why?
I just wanted your attention, and I got it.
I kind of got just like if y'all want my attention, y'all don't have to throw rocks at my head. You can just say, "Hey, y'all bite sometime."
Who threw rocks at your head?
You know, like
who did that?
Like
Jack backed up this horrible comment on my video this morning, and I was like, "Well, Jack, shit, if you want me to come over,
Yeah, but who cares? Who cares?
And then Moose has been saying stuff rude about me, and I've had two people come up and tell me. Why do you want my attention?
Next week. Yeah, so you know why? You know why? Because it's all about numbers around here. I'm trying to grift. I'm learning from the GOG, Flow State.
GOG?
The god of grift.
Ah.
What?
Okay.
He's the Gog.
Is that true?
I mean, I think it was true, but I've been jinxed lately. I rage quit last night's live stream because I didn't get any donos, and yeah, and I'm not doing one tonight.
Benton?
So.
You pulled a Benton on your stream. You straight up rage quit because they wouldn't pay you to stay. That ain't right.
Benton, well, it wasn't. It was more abrupt and less dramatic. But I have pulled the Benton. The Bentons work.
It does work. That's why I was like, man, I thought you would have made a little more money.
Yeah, no. The last few days have been pretty lame. So.
No, to be honest, there's no beef here, Jack. I thought we were
why
good.
are you saying these things? See, Jack, here's somebody that says things about me, and I don't even know what
But
he
he
said.
just told you. Cynthia, were you listening? Cynthia, were you listening? He just told you he wanted your attention.
But
so then why ask why is he doing it?
But why do you want my attention, Moose?
Because you make funny content.
Look how happy that made Jack.
I wanted you to
make
more
money.
content.
Sure loves seeing that.
You want what, Moose?
You make funny hit pieces, and the last hit piece you made on me wasn't even about me. I wasn't the guy who did it, so I figured I was like gonna do something that you can, be like, yeah, he is a little fucker. I was trying to give you something to work with,
Let me
and
put you on the
like
list,
instead of working with it, now we're having a conversation. I broke the fourth wall. Now it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Fuck up, Moose, and next video. Gotcha.
Well, now it's not even going to be funny, though.
Well, do you want me to come over to your panel? Do you want to have a conversation? I mean, what's going on, buddy?
I asked you to come up on panel when Based was there, and you didn't.
Damn.
You didn't.
What do you want to talk about?
How Helen Keller is a lie.
Now look at these micro wars settling out, Jack. Right here
I
on your
used to
panel.
talk to this guy that went to Helen Keller Elementary School, and every time
Helen Keller. So how do you
Ain't
learn
no
at Helen
way.
Keller
Ain't
school?
no motherfucking way.
If everybody's deaf, dumb, and blind, how are they learning?
It's a metaphor for the American public.
They still have their other three senses.
Yeah, but how would you know what word? Like, think
can
about it.
taste
You
it.
have no sight. Like, so just by feeling someone's mouth, you're gonna know what like imagination means.
Y'all
Dude,
don't
I'm
ever
telling
try
you.
to learn to read lips. Y'all haven't
Your-
tried that
your
yet.
other senses get good when some of them die.
Yeah,
Then
but
those
what
ones
you
get
said-
better.
Come on, wait, hold on. Have
But
you
your
ever been on a
sense of
road
smell,
trip, Taylor?
taste, and touch would not let you know how the word imagination means imagination.
Have you ever been on a road trip and had to like
Yes, it
duck
does.
into one of these like gas
No, it
stations
doesn't.
or whatever? Okay, imagine
does.
having only three senses and the dude who like pisses himself walks in. Like, imagine how bad life would be.
You can taste it, you can touch it, or you can smell it.
See? There you go. Really getting somewhere.
Are we?
I think we are, because
I
we were
mean, I
having
feel
some
good.
metaversal battles like 5 minutes ago, and now everybody's laughing and having a good time.
Here's the thought that came up for me when Cynthia's asking, what are you doing? Why do you want my attention? It's a fair question. People will understand each other better when they start communicating better. I mean, that's not to go that direction, but that's, I'm sure, how Paul ended up spending a couple days put away, is not communicating what he was doing. It's what we all do, and that's where it caused the confusion.
And also, for me,
yeah.
I can only speak for myself. When I don't communicate with people, it's actually a form of protection and setting boundaries. So sometimes when I push people away, it's not out of fear or I'm just belittling them or I don't think they're worth my time or attention. It's just I don't feel safe or comfortable around them, and I'm going to stay away from stranger danger.
Predator optics. The optics are high.
Sometimes that's our egoic insecurity keeping us small.
I don't
Keeping
know
us
you can
learning.
say that, though.
I've experienced it. I've witnessed it many times. It's kind of the topic where I'm at, escaping the gang life. People will find enablers to.
How did you
tell
get out of
them-
your gang? Was it blood in, blood out? Did you have to kill somebody?
I was. Apparently, all I had to do was raise my voice or use a couple of profanities.
Did they cut
Yeah.
your tats off, or did you get them laser covered up?
Do I?
Your
Your
tats.
gang tats? Yeah, yeah.
No, I was kicked out of all the gangs I was in.
I can
The
see
younger
Jack
year.
with a couple teardrops. I
Like
could see him.
Speakeasy? Jack and
Yeah.
Speakeasy could start a gang.
He's gonna get the cornrows and
Too
everything.
bad the whitest guys you know are is already taken that name.
Hey, he could be the cornrow guru. He could straight up spout Jesus just like Easy, and he could pull the
Right.
Bible out on the corner, and you
Pretend
could
like
probably
he's
make
not a
some money
deadbeat
if you
dad.
put a little bucket out there, a little give me some change thing.
This getting a little gay.
It is.
He's another interesting character. I haven't really talked.
We
to
haven't
him.
even begun to make it gay yet.
That's true. We haven't even begun gay.
I mean, the funny thing is King Stephen left, so like most of the gay was gone.
No, the most gays will be Flo. Come on now.
Gone?
What?
I don't
think he's the most gay.
Is this how you pay off
gay.
debt?
You're a beautiful
with
man, but I'm
compliments?
not interested, Tarek. How many times do I have to?
I know. Thank you for turning me
sneaking around,
down.
getting my phone number from Lindsay, trying to text me. And
Yeah,
like,
Instead of
Tarek,
paying
don't
him the
call me
$100 you
every time
owe
I'm
him, Tarek, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna talk bad about him. What kind of man of God does
Yeah,
that?
and
You owe him
Tarek-
$100, pay the debt.
And when I'm on
Moose,
live,
and
don't
Moose
be
has
calling
way
my
more integrity with his money than you do with yours.
That's fucking right. I paid my debt. I opened my mouth and I paid my debt for it. So
Okay, I will pay my debt.
not
I'm
always,
sorry.
but you know, I got
Tarek.
forgiven of one debt.
The
so-
interest rate is 100% a day.
And Tarek, when I'm on live streams,
Mm.
don't keep calling my phone. Just come up to the panel. I guess since you
I
got the
did.
number, just come to the panel. Don't be blowing my phone up
Dude,
like you.
that's
No,
creeper status.
oh,
so
come
now,
on. I
so
never-
now you're calling up.
Oh,
What's up,
VIP
Cynthia?
section, the VIP
Tarek,
club.
Tarek, did you or did you not call Cynthia, Tarek?
Yes, there's a reason why. Can I
No,
explain
there
why?
is no
You're
reason
just gonna
why.
put me
You
down?
have
Yeah,
no
there is a
reason to be
reason why,
calling a
Moose.
grown woman who didn't give you her
Moose,
phone
there's a
number.
reason
She didn't give you
why.
her phone number, did she?
Stop.
Why are you calling a
Stop.
I
woman
would
who didn't
never.
give you her
No,
phone
Okay,
number?
no problem. I'll yield. I'll yield.
No, Moose. No, Tarek. Moose has nothing to do with us. Like
No,
this
but
is
that's
between you
absolutely
and I.
creepy. I would get on
No,
any guy
No, it
who
was
starts
hold
calling
on.
a girl.
Hold on. Moose, it's
When she
Cynthia.
Make it a
handed
three-way
in it.
call.
It
I
was
swear to God.
when it handed out. Now I have to stand in it, and this is me standing in it.
Which is true. But
What's it
Cynthia,
smell
if you
like?
ever if you ever tell me not to ever call you again, I would never call you again. That's a promise.
I know.
What a
I mean, I'm here
fucking
now.
weirdo.
I respect
If
that.
someone
I'm
has
not.
to tell you not to call again, you probably
There's a
shouldn't have called the
reason
first
why
time.
I called.
You want him to
Moose,
call
stop
again.
being an idiot.
I'm just saying, I'm playing this hand the best I can. We here now, and I'm gonna run with it till it.
I appreciate that.
The first part rhymed.
I mean, she's not Jack Talcott. She's not looking for people to call her, Tarek.
All right, Moose, you got your little gig.
And back to you. I'll come over to your panel, but I gotta tell you, I'm very suspicious of your crew. And Moose, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I have suspicions that you are behind the fake Cynthia account, but I can't.
I
prove
know,
it.
and that's the
I
shitty
can't
thing.
prove
Is
it.
like I would admit to it
prove
by
it,
this
but
time
I
if
do
it
have
was
my
me.
suspicions.
By this time.
But here's the thing.
Well,
Moose,
yeah, I
and
mean,
this is
it's
what
been
doesn't
like
make
what
sense to
4
me
months
is
now. Like
Fake Tarek is way more. I'm sorry, fake Cynthia is way more articulate than Snafu Snaps.
Right,
I just
so
don't
it's
know
not
that I
even
think.
Moose. It's Moose because Moose is
it's
kind of
not,
clever.
dude.
And take it as a
literally,
compliment, Moose. We think that you're probably the only one there with the intelligence to pull off that account.
But
'Cause
I
fake
can't take it
Cynthia's
as a
funny.
compliment because it's not work. I didn't do the work, so I'm not taking credit for it.
Hey, do you know Photoshop, Moose?
Barely. I'm not very good with it.
Nah,
I use AI
I want
for
to know
almost
who made
everything.
those new pictures of me that one time.
The what pictures of you?
Mm-hmm.
No, say that again. You said nude?
The nude pictures that were going around, remember?
Why would I do something like that? I find that
Like
despicable.
naked pictures? Are you saying new or nude? Naked? Or...
Remember that nude picture that was
AI
going
could have done it. I mean,
Like,
it could've
No,
been a
I don't think it
profile.
would because anything that comes out of the AI, it censors it.
Is
No,
there a D in the
mainstream.
word you're saying, Cynthia?
No, there's
there
AI
what?
that you can get
A
around.
D in the word that you're saying. New or nude?
nude. You don't remember that naked
No.
picture of me that flew around? Everybody was making
Did
it
she
their
say
avatar
naked?
for a while.
She said naked.
I don't remember that.
I don't think I ever saw it.
Can you pull it up or?
I'm
Yeah,
looking for
yeah,
it right now
Arpel.
because when people ask me for it, I actually send that one instead of real ones.
Can we bring it back to
Arpel.
Jack because he's
He's gone.
Yeah.
Jack?
Now that we
Yeah.
all have peace within this panel, there's nothing for Jack to do.
He's probably just taking a hit. It's fine.
He's ended our war and suffering. So
It's
now
a
he's
celebration.
He's ready to go on. Nah, seriously though, I would never send pictures around distasteful of a woman. I did make those pictures where that look like you were like 700 pounds. I was kind of messed up, but I didn't do any like nasties.
Yeah, I don't see Moose snooping that low or stupid.
See, that I thought was snaps.
I mean, I do stupid stuff.
Snaps, but then when it started getting clever, I was like, "Oh, this has switched hands," and I knew
that's what got me too.
Moment.
It got me too. It shocked me too because I was like, "Are you kidding me? You really just pulled a double agent on me, Snaps?" And so and if it wasn't him,
it was probably neither of them. It's probably somebody in the chat listening right now going,
no, because he was texting me that day.
I have my eye on the fake page. I found the fake page and I watched.
Eye on AI.
Okay. No, I'm trying to see. Well, never mind.
It's a little bit too peaceful. We'll see.
Yeah. So, but I'll come over to your panel and we can just hash it out over there.
All right, that's cool. I don't do that whole backstage and like mute you and stuff kind of thing. I'm not into the whole power trip thing. So we'll just have a good conversation and if it gets heated, whatever, have fun with it. Have fun with it. If you can make some good cuts, sometimes I like to say shit just to like, later on we go back, we cut that out and clip it and make a good clip, dude. Something funny. Jack, I want to get back to you, sir. I apologize. I wasn't trying to take the show. If we can find some, talk about how you escaped gangs, bro.
Does anyone care when someone's lying? What do you do with liars?
Well, yeah, I was just looking at that because her previous comment is his cat isn't sick. He hasn't been. He doesn't have the money to. He just can't afford to feed him. And then she goes on, and if his cat is sick because he hasn't been feeding him, then she turns around and says the neighbors have fed him for years. So what's the deal?
The cat.
Which one is it? Which one is it?
Sources for those claims, like cite your sources.
Yeah. Which claim is true? The cat is dying because it's starving and isn't being fed, or is he being fed?
Jack, I got a good question for you, sir. Do you think Margot could possibly be on the bottle again?
No, I don't.
See, that's no reason to believe that. That's an invitation to lie.
That's my point, Jack. It's a catch-22. Both of them are lies because they both state the other one is a lie itself.
Right. I have been facing this lady's insanity for several years. Several of you on this panel have taken her in and encouraged her fucking insane behavior.
No,
Cynthia, yes.
No, I don't give a damn. Listen, whatever issues you have with Margot has nothing to do with me. Okay?
Cynthia,
so I can be friends with whomever I choose to be.
Yes,
and
you
if
can.
you have an issue with that, that's your issue. You're not going to put your issue on me.
Cynthia, you're defending against something that's not.
No, I'm defending me. I'm going to pick and choose who I want to be friends with.
Right.
The only question is, was he actually talking about you, Cynthia?
I was.
He just said it.
Cynthia, let's also remember you are free to choose. Yes. No denying that. I'm not trying to control you, Cynthia. What I am saying to you is that in my opinion, Christians do have a duty to care about what is true. And as I said earlier, Cynthia, you are an enabler. You are in this little group where you're right.
Jack, don't be like other people where you're like, coming too hard, man, because
I'm being honest.
Christians fall short.
Regularly.
Tell you what, before you distract, let's focus on the words I said. Let's allow Cynthia to respond. Do you or do you not have a responsibility for the truth?
I don't even understand what that means, responsibility for the truth. Does this mean I'm a human lie detector and every time I talk to somebody that's lying, I'm supposed to call them a liar? Because I would call Flow State a liar. I would call Jack a liar. I would call TML a liar. I would call Rick. I would call everybody on this channel. You're delusional. You're delusional if you...
if you would understand what you can do is ask questions. Okay, now Cynthia, I have witnessed you.
Here we
And
go to the past again.
well, Cynthia, your attitude towards me today is directly resulted because of the bullshit that you've been playing.
No, that attitude towards you today is a result of the bullshit you dropped in my comments. If you drop bullshit in my comments, be prepared for me to come. You knew I was coming.
Hey, you could
And
also
you knew
hello,
it.
hello.
I'm confused right now.
Right, your confusion is so showing, and I'm asking you to check yourself.
This was a peaceful panel 15 minutes ago. I just
I
want to
know.
point that out.
Shut up.
Whatever issue you have
Or
with
what,
Marco,
Jack?
that is between
Or what?
you
You're gonna
and
kick me
Marco.
out like a?
Yes, you're a waste of my experience. Here, you know what? I said this earlier. What do I have to do to get people to take me seriously?
Why do people need
I sat here politely. You guys continued your conversations about all sorts of shit. No one really even cares what Jack is doing. And it's surprising me because so many are so generous with their opinions.
We take you as seriously as you take yourself. If you want the real answer to that question, you need to value your time and your agenda enough to shut us up and not just let it get derailed and then sit there angrily and passive aggressively.
Or you know what I've been, you're right. Maybe I should be more like others and just kick people out. Say, get the fuck out of my life. You're not worthy of my attention. I could do that. That's what people have been doing to me. But what I'm suggesting is, hey, if people would cooperate with me, spend a little time actually caring about what it is I'm doing, what it is I'm really experiencing. Because I'm talking about God. I'm talking about making a better world for everyone. It's available for us, whether you want to believe it involves me or not.
But Jack, while I agree, we have to accept the fact that the dynamics here are attraction or attention versus distraction. And when we have people up that are so so much of a distraction that the attention isn't being settled in the right area, your topic or whatever, we have to, that's when we shut them down. And you already know who all these people are.
Well, selfishness is what I'm seeing. And Cynthia, again, you're playing your little game
in this world. Nobody owes me anything.
Right. Nobody. Can you please share, just chill out? Because what you showed there was your care of yourself. You're very self-centered.
You just did a huge gymnastics to make
Jack Talcott, hello, Jack.
If you have questions on my words, I'm happy to explain. Please go ahead, Hank.
So two things very important. So the first thing I need to make sure you understand is people do take you seriously, but you continue to claim no one takes me seriously. Maybe you didn't get the people you want to take seriously, all the sociopaths and power in the government, but, well, I don't know how to get to them either. And second of all, you invited Cynthia here, so if you guys just pull people here and just mistreat them, then it's kind of, there's no peace.
The fastest way.
Hold on here. That narrative, if that's the way you want to believe that this is, you're not paying attention. I didn't invite Cynthia here to treat her badly like you just wanted to present. And the other thing, yes, there's people who care, and please forgive my sloppiness of words. It's hard to be accurate when I am speaking in generalities, though. Generally speaking, my day is spent completely alone. There's not people saying, hey, Jack, what are we doing with your stuff today? You know, I take this seriously. What are we going to do? That's not happening. I mean, I know there's people who truly care, but So far, the offers, I've received a lot of disagreements and a lot of people who say they're helping me, but nothing has changed in my life. And I know that's not for anyone else to do but me.
Right.
Okay.
So when are you going to go get it and stop waiting for people to bring it to you?
Well, Cynthia, this is the bizarreness. I've humbled myself. Again, I shared this yesterday. I reached a new level of surrender to God.
I heard that.
I get it. I would love to hear this.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Please.
Well, it's the truth.
Well, what's your new surrender to God?
I surrendered to the truth. And the truth is just what everyone says. I can control no others.
Exactly. So then why do you get mad when they don't do what you want them to do?
It's not that I don't get mad when others don't do what I want them to do. What I get frustrated at is when people say they don't even listen to what I'm saying and then they tell me what to do. Okay. Now, if people would just chill out and relax, we can have conversations about pretty much anything. I mean, I'm pretty easy to get along with. But when I'm constantly facing accusations and insults and everything I say is interrupted to tell me I'm wrong, it's not a pleasant experience.
Yeah, okay. I know. That's why I helped you with Illuminatomy earlier, and now we're having a successful panel. But if this isn't what you want, then whatever you do want, it's incomprehensible to me. I'm too dumb to understand.
Yeah, that's not it, Hank. That's not it. Everyone will understand when it's time for things to be understood. I trust in that. And I truly appreciate everyone who has shared attention, even Margot. As much as she's been a pain in my ass and made my life very difficult for me, she's a child of God. I know that she's experiencing this crazy time of earth, just like me, everyone else. She went through the experience of a true life loss of a child. Mine is just due to opinions.
Okay. Are you really going to leave Moose in the back like Rosa Parks?
But is there a reason for him to join?
That's what he said. That's what I'm like. Don't leave him back there.
But Jack, can I say one thing real quick? Yeah, Flow State said earlier that it's mainly when people are derailing the conversation that you want to talk about, right? And you said, okay, what do you want me to do? Just tell him to get the fuck out and kick him out? No, you do pretty much like what Not Chiquita would do. He would time him out right away and say, hey, you're off the subject. I can't let you talk. And you put him right there and let him know that I don't want to talk about this anymore. You don't let him talk about everything at the end and you get pissed off.
Yes, Tarek, but he was being overpowered by Tommy's rage, so he needed some help. So.
All he's got to do is time him out. He's got the power.
Tom can't overpower Jack on his panel.
No, but Hank, I've been trying to find a way to reason, because every time I put people in the back, then people want to paint the narrative that I only do that because people disagree. No, Moose was in the back because he doesn't know how to stop interrupting, and he's been very disrespectful towards me as a man. He claims he's not, but it's just like Jesus was to the Pharisees, and many of these Christian people. You think you're clean on the outside, but your confusion comes through.
How do you
expectation of how people treat you is why you're mad.
I just expect people to be honest, and you're not.
Why do you think that Christians are supposed to be perfect?
You just called me a liar, Jack. So if you're gonna call me a liar, unlike I'm not calling you a liar.
You have many times, Moose. You've called me a liar many times. You've misrepresented our reputation as though you've got some sort of authority and credibility on Jack, and then you go around saying what you think Jack is thinking, what you think Jack is
Everybody
doing.
has opinions of everybody on here.
Right.
Everybody. Don't make it.
opinions have been wrong.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
Yes, but unfortunately, these assholes who think their opinions are important, well, they've been publicly mocking me, maybe putting doubt into the people who I could be helping. And shame on me. I keep entertaining the foolishness and the disrespect.
I don't think I disrespected you today. I think you should watch the stream over.
I think you should do the same thing and go back and consider maybe Jack is right.
Jack, I am so secure in my faith and walk with the Lord that I know what's meant for me, no man can stop. Regardless if they come onto every platform every day and talk shit about me, it can't be stopped. And
I know.
I'm not even the guy who sits there and makes videos about you all day long. Like Steven makes 8-hour-long streams, and you bring him up here and you treat him better than me. How do you think that makes me feel, sir? Huh?
Don't compare yourself as
don't tell me what to do. I'm out of here, Jack. You're a little boy. You don't know how to have a conversation.
You sound like a victim. Please leave. You've been mistreated by me, obviously. So you're free to leave, Moose. Go suck up to your fucking daddy, Polly boy. That's part of my issue with you as well, Moose.
Paul was in the chat earlier. I can't believe he didn't come up.
He's interesting as well, playing his games. He wants to make sure that he's got the dominant role, but
oh yeah, he can't go anywhere where he doesn't have the controls.
Oh, I know.
Very insecure like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Nude Guru, do you think I don't take what I do seriously? I mean, you're right. I shouldn't care if others don't take me seriously or not, but I am trying to find those who will, those who might.
Well, I do hope you find your tribe. I do. And I hope everybody, finds who they align with. And I think we are all on our own journey.
But hey, can I ask Cynthia one question real quick?
Yeah.
Cynthia, if I said I'm going to go to the moon tomorrow and this is my mission and I'm going to do it, do you think I would be able to do it? And I want people to help me to do it. I have a panel just like Jack, and I want people to help me do it. Is that even feasible?
I've been trying to raise money, $10 million for a space laser or for a moon laser.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a good question, Tarek. And honestly, no, I don't. I don't think it's possible at all. But at the same time, me being me, I'm not going to be like, that has got to be the stupidest dream I ever think I've heard. Who am I to tell another man what he can and can't do? Who am I to put those limitations on another?
Okay, but that conflicts what, like the same thing that Jack's saying about war. You just told him earlier, if I remember correctly, that his mission is impossible. That's why I said that to see where you. So
if I'm
angry, and I agree, but I agree. But why would my mission be also like you said? It's impossible, but I'm not gonna tell you not to do it.
There's I don't know. Is it being polite? Is it staying neutral? I'm not sure what to call it, but I'm never walking on anybody and just shitting on their dream the first time. Now, if somebody walks up to me and keeps throwing rocks at me, keeps throwing rocks at me, and keeps throwing rocks at me, well, then yeah, I'm gonna pick up one of those rocks and be like, well, hey, let's play. I
got you. That's all I'm saying. Like if I have
times I see content creators that have very, very, very small channels, and my words are always the same: keep going and keep growing. I would tell anybody that in real life. Who am I to set someone's limitations?
Oh no, I agree, and I don't set Jack's limitation either. I think that's his mission. He should do it and try his best to do it, whatever he wants. I'm just saying, from other people's perspective, it may be an impossible mission, and that's why they may not have that trust or the backup to go with them. That's all I'm saying.
The one thing that really catches my attention when with Jack's dream in particular, because we're up here on the panel and he has spoken about it, is that he wants people to come and help him. And
hey,
that's
Cynthia, let me jump in right there. Okay,
okay.
Before you continue with why you think that is wrong. Let's also remember I've humbled myself. I involve God in the equations of my life. I know you can't see God with me. You apparently only have it with you.
You don't know that, but
okay, well, if God is with me, why do people want to oppose me so publicly, so regularly, without taking a chance and seeing?
Okay.
What could we do if we work with Jack?
Have you lived up to standards of someone that they believe in that they could work and you would get the job done?
I don't set your standards for what God creates.
No, I'm saying you. Are you a man?
Cynthia,
I'm gonna take that as a no, you haven't.
Cynthia, right? You're gonna ask and answer the questions you want.
Well, I asked the question and you didn't answer it, and you're just over talking.
You don't care to know what I'm trying to say. You just want me to answer for your opinions. So
you just said your name.
I am just as God created me to be, as are you.
Absolutely.
You can be distrusting. You can be unforgiving. You can be all righteous in your opinions and your views about me. You're free to do that. Why you think it's better to be such a dick to me rather than a friend?
I haven't spoken to you until today. How I'm
I
so
know, I know,
like,
Cynthia,
let's
right,
be clear, Jack.
right.
Let's speak honestly, shall we?
Yes,
Shall we
hold
speak
on.
honestly? Okay.
I'm sorry, but Cynthia, you're right. You threw me away. I didn't mean shit to you. You threw me away, and now you want to be back as though we're friends.
No, I don't want to be. You called me.
I called you a false Christian. Yes, you're a false
called
Christian.
me here. What are you
You're
talking
a poor
about?
representation of a Christian because you lack forgiveness.
Jack, what you say about me don't mean shit to me.
I
and
know.
your
You don't
opinion
care.
of me aren't gonna
Okay,
change
then
who
we're
I
done
am.
here. Then
And
we're
the
done.
fact that you think
Cynthia,
that.
please
All right,
leave.
then take care. Don't.
Thank you. Thank you. That's the purpose that she was invited here for, was because I told her that the video she shared with her prideful act of unforgiveness, I don't think that's a good example of a Christian. That's why Cynthia joined. And yes,
like I said earlier, Jack, my thinking on apologies is they are much more effective in action. And there are many situations where, yeah, you could give an apology, but is it really worth it? Because in the end, again, if your actions really do the speaking, then the apology doesn't need to be made any other way. Again, that's not all situations. There are some situations where would pretty much recommend an apology. But for things like this, the lighthearted stuff that really shouldn't bother us, I don't think there's really a need for an apology. It's more an effort of learning how to work with each other in a more Socratic method rather than an argumentative or feelers or compassion or frustration or anger, or however you want to placate it. The reality is we are much better off communicating without the emotions and using just the logic. And with that, I'm out. Be blessed and have a good night.
thank you, brother. Peace to you. I appreciate what you offered there. There's one thing though, it's best to communicate without the emotions, but the best way to communicate without the emotions controlling us is to be honest about our emotions. And if we're not honest about what we're experiencing, the mind is going to get confused. And then with a confused mind, people are always quick to blame others. They're not worth an apology. They're not worthy of my forgiveness. Come on. It is God. It is all God. God is with everything and everyone and every moment. God is there. It's up to us to align with God, with the goodness, with the perfection of time, the unfoldment of time. And I'm certainly not perfect. I saw someone call me a false messiah. I'm not claiming to be a messiah, not at all. I'm claiming to be an honest follower of Christ. I know from my experience that love guides my way. Love leads me to what I do. I try to have love lead me to what I say as well, especially with others, but I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, but holy cows, I'm at least trying. I am at least trying to be kind, trying to communicate, trying to make peace. But disagreeable people are disagreeable. And brothers and sisters, the gang life is all about fighting and survival. It's all about real estate, property. You know, it's my territory. I'm controlling this. You're not getting in on this. What kind of foolish nonsense is that? Brothers and sisters, there's a selfish beast within every single one of us, one who's cruel, one who's hateful, one who's uncaring, one who's calloused. That one's also pretty tough. It's able to go through the wars, it's able to go through the beatings and, you know, the betrayals, the mockery. There's a toughness within. But I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, the best way I have found for me as a man, take the words of Jesus seriously. There's a God, Father of heaven. That's the only one we need to serve. That Father of heaven, through the forces of creation, Mother Earth, it brings forth space and time for us to grow. And as we grow together, you can stunt your growth by thinking small, by creating these walls, calling them boundaries, right? What starts as a boundary, you know, should be for self-respect. It turns into walls, disconnections, rejections by those who are insecure. I'm not insulting anyone, but that's directly what I've been facing in my real life. Is people's insecurities are coming forth, and then Jack is to blame. So no one is to blame for your insecurities. No one is to blame for your triggers. Actually, we might get into triggers tomorrow. Today, brothers and sisters, I want you to rest in peace. Rest in the peace of knowing that each breath brings forth the opportunity to complain or to appreciate. Feels better to appreciate. And if you can imagine a smile in your heart, realizing the body yearns for breath. So every time you get to breathe in, you're fulfilling a need for your body. So allow your heart to smile with these ideas. Breathing in, I calm my body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is the only moment. And for myself, what I've chosen to do several times each day, and I encourage you, consider these ideas for yourself. Surrender me. God, I am but a fool. I got me and you, we got me to this point of my life and this day. But if I'm honest with you, God, I don't know what to do. So I surrender me. I surrender me to you, God, and I trust that love will lead me through, that God will provide the answers that I need at just the right time. And I tell you what, when you go through those periods of darkness, once you finally find that answer and you see yourself in the past, you know, you crawled out of that hole of darkness and despair, the bad habits, the overeating, whatever it was that's holding you back. Once you find the answer and you recognize that's behind you, Holy cows, man. Praise God. Because the future is infinite. We have no clue what is in store. But if we're bitter about now, then we're ungrateful about what was. And if we're ungrateful and bitter, what do you think that's going to lead to? What I found, brothers and sisters, I humble myself and I invite in, God, may your love flow me. May your love flow me through this day so I do the right thing when it comes to mind, when it's available, when the right thing can be done. I trust that God will lead me and that I will do the right thing because I'm no longer filled with resistance. I'm no longer filled with attachment of the past and these bitter memories and arguments and conflicts, although every moment is different. I'm going to wrap it up there. Sincerely, to all of you who are joining, please help this to grow. I'd love to hit that next milestone. It seems like we're so close. A couple thousand, man. I don't know. We'll see what the future brings. Thank you again, sincerely. Choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. God bless us all.